right. Well, hello. You are now listening to the rewind. You saw how I tried to do that right there. We talking about?
You did it real smooth.
Oh no, it took a couple of practices.
You did
Hello.
good.
Right.
Look, I genuinely tried. I don't know what's going on with Patrice because she says she's here. Oh, there she is. Hold on, guys. Are you okay, Patrice? I should have asked the same thing for Bree, but I didn't even know I had brung her up to snuff. I was like, wait a minute, hello. I think I brung you up before you walked away. So how's everyone doing on this crazy night?
Fantabulous.
Pretty
Or
good.
not.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna just go ahead and ask that really strange question. Where you was at, Patrice?
Oh.
I was walking my dog.
Why are you lying?
Sure.
I
Yeah,
was
that don't
walking
sound
my
right.
dog.
But you're leaving out some tidbits. But before we get into her business,
Oh,
All in my business.
I want to get in the business.
because as you can see, Patrice looks a little disheveled. She looks extra
No, she
cute
doesn't.
tonight. Yes, she does. She was trying
Oh,
to
she
fix
looks
her.
good.
She
I
was
Look,
thought
trying
you
to
I'm
said
like-
disheveled.
I'm like the earring.
Hey, Maurice.
I have
look,
questions.
yes, we all have questions.
Questions?
And we're not
Questions?
sure where our guest
That's
is
right.
as of yet, but we can have this open conversation. Hey, Andre. I know. Look, this is my first hour of not watching the
Nope.
election.
Nope.
I have
It's so stressful. That is, I don't know how. So it's funny. My husband has been watching CNN nonstop since Tuesday, and it's been
Yeah.
driving me crazy. Like, woke up in the middle of the night, like, turn that shit off. Like, I've been
Yeah.
annoyed with it being on because I'm
Yes.
not about to stress myself out like this. can't.
It's yeah.
It's a
Well,
lot.
Before we even go there, we got Mr. Kev.
Hello.
Wait a minute now.
We got Sexy Lexi. Oh, because we about to get into it because it's something we
How
really
y'all
need to talk
doing?
about. We got Miss Beyonce
Hello.
and Patrice. Who were you with this evening?
I was with Zulu.
What
Lie.
human were
And
you
who
with?
else?
So,
Come on.
okay. So Erica wanted to throw the whole thing out there, but I told him I would say it. So Erica, has been pushing for this online dating things. So I was talking to a gentleman today. He happened to say, "Hey, I moved to your town not too long ago." I was like, "Cool. I gotta walk my dog. You want to come walk my dog with me?" So we went and walked Zulu.
So you
Yo,
walked the
Zulu
dog
is
like that?
always in the middle of these dates. I know he'd be like, "Who is that?"
Zulu
Zulu's
said, "I
like-
got 8 daddies."
Yeah, he's like, listen, this is a package deal, baby.
We missed you too, D.
I
Look,
need
D.
to know.
We need to talk because we have one of our number one fans actually recording with us tonight, Mr. Maurice, and you are also a number one fan. So we got to figure out. Well, you know what? I actually know what we can bring you on for because you got a big day coming. So we can make that the wisdom, the dating advice episode. So Miss D is turning like a very profound age, and I think it would be dope if we could bring her in the new year. So we'll definitely talk about it. But so Patrice, tell us more about this gentleman. So Patrice went on a date tonight.
It was a walking of Zulu. That is all that it was. I am in literally a t-shirt that says "We out." Like, this was not a date, in leggings and
No, the makeup and the earrings tell me that
Exactly. It tells a story.
we are
the
glammed
makeup was
up.
for this. And I told
say
him
what?
that the makeup was for this because we are bougie.
That was
Come
her
on now. I mean, I
Right.
get it. I mean,
Oh,
I
I
get
feel that
it.
on my damn sports bra. Like, this was, I did not.
Wait a minute.
dress
He
up.
don't know that.
He did know that because I told him that. I said, "You out here in a hoodie. I'm in whatever I had on earlier today. I got the same
Well,
wig
how
I
did it
had on
go?
earlier." It was
Mm.
really well. He's really talkative.
Well, you said you like a talker.
I do. It was really good. Like, he was very open, disclosed a lot. It was cool conversation. That's why I got on here at 9:14 because we were standing there. I was like, "Oh snap! I have to go."
You know what? You could have just FaceTimed us on a date.
We're not
Yes.
Report
going to.
live.
No, we ain't trying to be all up in your business like that, Patrice.
We
Yes,
are.
we
Thank you.
No, he was
we
asking
You
are.
questions
speak
about
for
the podcast.
thyself.
Look,
Yeah, we want to know what's tea.
no, he was
Y'all
nice.
can know that after the fact. You ain't got to know it. You ain't got to know it in the moment. You ain't got to know it real time.
Who ain't got to know it in real time?
See,
Look, I have talked to this gentleman all of today. Okay, this was
so okay, well, tell us this: is he of a chocolate background
Is he
or
our
a milk
cousin?
of Malaysia
Or
he has
background?
very pretty blue eyes. So
Oh, okay.
Well, still, we
Does
need
he
to
have
know.
does he have red hair?
he does not have red hair, and he doesn't have a beard.
Does he wear a flannel?
He does not. He is like a sports person, like a gym person. So he's like a big workout kind of
So
person.
you just kind of jumped out there because he doesn't wear a flannel, he doesn't have red hair, and
No
he doesn't
beard.
have a beard. So I don't even know what to say.
What are you saying? Is that her type?
I do, but here's the other part too.
my type, nigga. That's my type.
He's 40.
Minute? Hold on. I gotta come up with a graphic that says alert. Wait a minute.
Why is that such a big alert?
Go ahead with your bad
I don't
self.
do older.
It's usually date younger men.
Yes.
Oh,
They
okay,
usually be
okay.
like 25.
First and foremost,
Go
there's
ahead with your bad self.
29, 30, 31.
I had no shade towards you with that. If you
First-
if you
and the
can date a
last one was
25-year-old, that's what's up. You know, but
That's when I
Patrice,
could have taught. Okay, 25-year-olds are my first class from when I was teaching. That is not okay. It's
well, you
not
know
okay.
what we mean.
No.
When we was in our
26.
well, you know we said.
Right.
You know this is you're the one who picks up the younger. I can't even say that because last year homecoming it was something about the age 27. I don't know what it was. If I wanted to, I could have just had all the 27-year-olds. It was weird. And I was like,
you want to?
I mean, it was cool, but I was like, yo, something strange about people who are younger than my youngest sibling.
Oh,
You know what? That was my rule of thumb. I couldn't date anyone older than my sibling.
You got
Yes.
you got a sibling?
Yeah, my sibling.
You have a sibling?
Look at that.
I gave the air quote. You heard me. Loud and clear, Kevin.
I couldn't even drink. Then I said, I think something is coming. Wait, what?
Yes, you heard what I said.
Kevin said this is news to me.
Yes.
You know he gonna blow it up because he Kevin.
That's fine.
All right, y'all. So shout out to Patrice. We are very excited that you were able to go on a date. I know I jumped on the site. I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm so busy. I feel like the gentlemen are mad because I am not able to respond when they want me to respond. It'd be like 1:00 in the morning at the end of the day. And sometimes I just be like, all right, let me just get on here now and finally respond. So I applaud you.
That. I'll be responding to people. It'd be 3 months later. I'd be like, hey.
Oh my gosh, you sound like Christina. She said she checks maybe once a month.
Because
I
I get over
girl.
it. Nah. And so
Okay.
I feel like on that borderline of cute or not, I'd be like, okay.
Oh.
So
Okay.
yes, I'm doing well. My weekend was great.
Okay, so listen. So we're gonna have hey Job, I'm gonna be texting you after this to ping you down for a date to join us. Hi Anthony. So listen, Maurice did send some. He actually wrote a lot. So I'm gonna hold a lot of what you said, Maurice, until we talk to you this evening. But he says, do you all think at a young age one straight after high school or college would last? Oh no. Do you think that a young marriage, one straight after high school and or college, would last?
Yes.
I think it depends on the people.
Johnny's not here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Janice is the yes. My parents are the yes. But your journey, could you have married the person you with?
You mean for me
coming out of
personally?
college?
No.
Nah.
No.
Come on,
Could-
some expansion.
No.
No. That's a no.
Coming out of college? I didn't have nobody coming out of college.
Well, you know, you probably had one right after.
That was my baby daddy.
I wasn't mature enough.
Awkward. Awkward.
I mean, can you explain why that may not have worked? I mean, without trying to get into the super detail, because I know the story, but other people are probably like, "Well, why? What's up?" Without
you going to give Brio
slandering his name,
right? Like, I'm like,
it didn't work. It didn't work.
It just didn't work. I like that. It did not work out in my favor. If you listen to past episodes, you pretty much know why it did not work out in my favor.
That was not God's plan. That was not.
If you listen to the episode, if you listen to the not the latest episode, but the one before that, then you'll know why it didn't work out.
So go back and listen, you guys, and you can get the tea as to why.
I feel like it comes out almost every other episode. It'll be like a plug.
Really came out then.
It's like a little plug. It's like, wait, you know, but I even this. No. I think it was
real
before
specific. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Brianna, pick that little nugget up in that episode.
Well, Maurice said we're gonna come back to Maurice's question because it was for you, Patrice. But D said I definitely have to say no. We would have divorced. Honestly, the guy I was dating straight out of college, So me and his family are really, really close. But I will at least say this: he was the type where I don't think he could handle me graduating college, and he didn't go to school. And there was this girl that he went to high school with that he dated. And he started seeing her as soon as I graduated from college. So when I had my own place in Portsmouth in Virginia, it was really weird. Like I had 2 toothbrushes. It's because I was transitioning toothbrushes and I just didn't throw the other one away. And I remember he was brushing his teeth and he was like, "Oh, you got 2 toothbrushes?" And I was like, "Yeah, they're both mine." He was like, "You know what? It's cool. I understand." And I was like, what?
That's like red flag, alarm, super trust.
Yes. Then I came home. So he will always, you know how guys that are, well, for the sake of Kevin, you know how when people lie, you know, because it's not just women. I mean, men who lie, it's women too. But you know,
men.
What?
Well, I'm just trying to be, you know, good. Hey, Ron.
Politically correct.
Because Kevin was over there like seething, like, you know, y'all do it too. But I came home and I remember we were going to a club and the very dude he always says he was spending time with, that's who we were hanging out with. So I said, you know, we in this car together, shoot it out the sky, Erica, do it. I was like, so how was that event that y'all went to last week? And his friend looked at me. He looked at the guy I was dating. I said, well, you didn't have the same experiences as he did at the event? And he was like, nope, I ain't getting into this. And I was like, what is he talking about? Looked at the guy I was dating. I was like, what is he talking about? He had no idea.
Lying.
He had no idea what was going on. It was because I caught him in a lie. So it was not best for us to get married. And actually that was one of my like closer relationships out of everybody. Talked all the time. We really meshed, but because I was away and I didn't get, I had an opportunity to come home, but I chose a job that was not in the state of Maryland. I guess he was like, he wanted to have somebody who was here, and come to find out he got with her. She stabbed him and everything, honey.
In the back?
Like stabbed him, like got mad at him. And
Karma.
All right.
Karma.
Moving on.
Yes, honey. So
was it with Wacko?
Yeah, she was that and it.
Was it with the Exacto?
No, honey.
That's not a stabbing instrument. That's more of a slice and dice instrument.
Yes.
Oh no, it does more than paper cuts.
Yes, it does. It does. But okay, you know, y'all let me know if y'all could have, or in high school, my Lord, you know how that went too.
High school.
You know what's funny? I do think you go through some things, but I think you can make it for sure.
If I had known better, my high school sweetheart, I definitely could have seen it. Like, he was such a sweetheart, but I was not. So
I was gonna say, you know, how would that have worked? Because you would have been like, you're nice, but bye. I could have just seen that go down.
No. He was really sweet. Like I didn't appreciate it, and then like I saw him like freshman year. Like he still like we kept in touch, and I saw him, and it was such an age difference too, and he got held back on top of that. So it was just kind of like,
wait
Y'all
a
just-
second.
y'all
but he
are
was
just-
big. Like he was so he was
Hold
big.
on. How
Y'all
was
are
he?
just
Wait a minute. What grade?
dragging
'Cause I feel
people
like
names.
it's coming back. What grade was he in? Was he?
So, when I was a senior in high school, he was a freshman.
Yes, I was about to say, wasn't he a freshman?
He was a
Wait,
freshman.
so you was
rocking the cradle, baby.
you was dating a freshman? You said that's where it started.
So
Is
she's
that where
been
it
doing this
started?
for a long time.
I have, but
That where it started?
but he was 6'3", 220.
I feel like I know
Okay.
this story. Go ahead. Go
He
ahead.
played on-
So how many years did he get left back?
He got left back one because he was 6'3", 220. So he was like in middle school. People used to just pick fights with him.
Yeah,
He
look,
was big
look.
as shit.
Y'all need to stop dragging his name.
We said no names.
I don't know him. No,
My.
Dragging his legacy.
but he won't talk to me no more. I tried to friend request him on Facebook like sophomore year. He was like,
Have you tried in
He
recent
probably
years?
should, because you probably was real shady to him.
I
Mhm.
wasn't. It's just that, like I had gone to college and I came back and like I was an adult. Like I was grown.
Oh wait, because he was still in high school.
And he was
Hey,
still in high school. Like
Right.
he's still
a
preparing for
sophomore.
SAT. Yeah, he was only a sophomore. So it was like, what are we
Wow.
gonna do? What are we gonna talk about? Like it was cool, you're sweet, but
I mean, I would honestly say, now that you are in your 30s, would you date a 27-year-old? Because the one that I know, he's cool. He's actually doing very well for himself. But I'm like,
I would.
I don't know. I think it's a bit of still immaturity there.
I was about to say
Yeah.
men are immature enough that are our age, let alone
They just
No,
the shouties in the 20s,
shout,
baby.
but shout it.
I think it all depends though.
Be sitting on the thing, looking out the window. Jesus.
Look at Alexis. She's like, I need a 45-year-old. Stop playing games.
I do not need a 45.
Alexis, I
He
think you
said
would do.
44 would do.
I think you would do smooth with like a 40-year-old. I think you. I mean, like legit. I think you would enjoy a 40-year-old. What do you agree with, Job? Tell us what you're talking about. Because I think Alexis is very much mature with little to no games. So I feel like it has to be
been that way.
somebody.
I came out the womb this way.
Well, that's why I said
Well,
maybe.
what do you mean? I like to play games with Alexis. Like we play games all the time.
Kevin, the type of games we play are not the type of games she's talking about.
Oh,
But I do like to play games with you, Kevin. It's always a good time.
because she said little to no games. That made me, go.
Listen,
go
he
I
gonna
love
he
to
gonna
play
be
games
like,
with Kevin.
look, he gonna pull up and be like, Alexis, I need to talk to you. Alexis be like, I ain't gonna talk to you. What you talking about? He gonna be like, get your little ass in the car. She gonna be like, okay, y'all, I gotta go. I'll be
We got a
like,
big truck. They're gonna be up there climbing.
Who
up
gonna do that? Who gonna do that?
Yes.
Alexis?
with the
Listen.
ass going up that truck. Just
she gonna be, everybody gonna have to get up under that butt cheek, like, come on, girl, use your
Excuse me? Oh, okay.
Yes.
No.
He gonna have on the
I-
pimp daddy hat and be like, get on
Pimp
in the
Daddy
truck.
hat. You don't know me at
He
all.
gonna have that little hat.
You
He
don't
gonna
know
have a
me at
Cowboys
all.
hat on. He gonna be like, young baby girl, get up in the truck.
You-
He gonna be
young
like,
baby-
what? Young baby
Excuse
girl.
me? That sounds like
Who's doing
granddaddies. Right. Like
what is happening?
nothing
Our
about that
Alexa?
sounds like anything that I would
Nah,
want.
he gonna be like, get the truck. We going to the container store. That's when she gonna be like, yes, daddy, yes.
They ain't gonna be
Yes.
no truck. They're gonna be like, get in the bins.
Ooh.
We going to the container. So you see how she perked up with that? She said,
Ooh.
My Brie knows me very well.
Yeah, it's gonna be a biz, all right. But when he mad, he
No,
gonna
I'm
get the
just
big
joking.
truck
I'm just
that's on the
joking.
big wheels, and he gonna be zooming through the city, making a lot of noise. We're gonna be at homecoming. We're gonna be on Elm Street. We're gonna be just living our
what's
life,
that?
right?
That truck gonna be making noise. You gonna be like, can you shut that shit up?
Yeah, I don't do noisy vehicles now.
He would, because he wants you to know he coming to pick you up because you've been acting up. He be like, I saw that
No.
text message did you send me? Get in the truck.
I don't do noisy vehicles.
How you gonna do? Get in the truck. Say it again.
I don't know. You know, Erica always has these fantasies in her mind. I don't know what
Alexis, we say the truck because you want your dude to be 6'8" and everything. So that ain't Ben's.
I never said anything about no 6'8".
You do like him tall. You like
I
him tall.
ain't never
not
said
like
nothing about
taller
6'8".
than her, which is not.
No.
I'd never
She
said
was
anything about
choosing dudes
6'8".
in my category of height, and
I'm
Alexis
taller
is
than her. There are
literally
10-year-olds
But
taller than
that
her.
is not my fault. That is not my fault. I cannot help who
What
comes
is
to
your
me.
You're not
category?
gonna sit in no
Them
bed.
little men that be rolling up on you, Erica, they don't roll up on me. The little ones don't come my way. So that's nothing I can
I'm
do
gonna
about
use
that.
them little signals and shoot them your way.
Okay? There's nothing I can do about that. They want a challenge, and I'm not challenging
Oh,
enough.
child, me
So-
neither. I'm be like, I am just not a challenge.
Whatever, Alexis. They see what's behind you. That's a challenge. They be
Oh.
ready. That's battle. Come here, girl. Jump me,
It's
girl.
gonna be like the little. Have you seen the little dogs with the costume where the little doll is riding on the little rodeo and the little dog?
No. None of that over here.
What they say?
Yeah.
Googly moogly.
That tongue is juicy.
And you too? You too, Kevin?
I just like that song.
I'm
That is
very,
a bomb song.
very
Yes,
sad
you gonna
right
join in
now.
this fun. We gonna talk about it now.
Okay, so
Patrice,
Maurice,
what do you have back there in that wagon of yours?
oh my God, this is the wagon story.
Because you're trying to put me on Front Street like you ain't dragging something back there.
And you know that gentleman from the Caucasus was like, oh
Right.
my God.
He said, wait a minute, they don't do it like that in my neighborhood. Wait a minute, they not built like that. Where I'm from.
Well, cranky. Look what we found here.
And you know Zulu was over there like, another one bites the dust, man.
That thing was like.
He like this.
Zulu
New
was
treats
like,
for me, new
look,
toys for me.
Zulu was like, I'll give it a week.
Oh Lord, now we done took a turn. Well, we hope that this new blue.
Yeah.
Well, we hope your new friend. Well, is he? Did you like him? Did he have good conversation?
He just texted me, we're going on a fucking date soon. So
Oh my gosh.
I'm
Can you text us
He
a
liked you.
picture?
He liked you.
he was really nice. But
Flundunk.
he has baggage too. So it's not like
Hey, we all got low baggage. It's all right.
Wait a minute. What bag? How many kids he get?
Are we talking Ziploc or are we talking luggage?
that's luggage. When you got two
That's
Are
not baggage
they-
at 40. That's normal.
Oh,
and divorce,
So wait, well, he's 40
Oh,
and has two kids. Yeah.
That's normal. That ain't baggage. That's life, girl.
that's still having to deal with stuff,
Does he have facial hair?
He does not have facial hair.
he said no.
Are you his first dip in chocolate?
I don't ask that question anymore because usually the answer is no. Or they'll tell me. The ones who I'm the first, like they're very
I would feel like you can tell. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm
I feel like you
we're
can
bunch
tell.
of-
Can you tell? Is he a little
I'd be like, ew. Don't tell me that.
I would like to know.
I mean, it's one thing for you to ask it, but for you to just, hi, how you doing? My name is Bree. What's your name? My name's Tom. I've never been with a black girl before. Like that's not me one of the
I
first
wanna
things you
know.
say out your mouth.
And it
I
is
would
for some
love
of
to
them.
know.
And I'm like,
I would like to
Well, I
know.
mean, they would sequence it later. They wouldn't just do it right then and there. They
I
probably
feel
would
like
wait.
you can tell though.
30
But
minutes
you can
into the
tell.
conversation.
You definitely can tell.
What's your favorite color? No, it's black because I ain't never been with a black girl before. Like, no.
But see, Patrice is the only one
Wow.
who's ever experienced all kinds of different things. So I think that's really dope that you're able to have these dates, especially off the random at that. Like she just checked. So what app are you on for all of the singles? What app are you on? BLK?
clearly
Oh,
I'm
wow.
not.
What you mean? It's people.
Maybe
They
what's
can
your
be-
black?
Yes, absolutely. Are you on Bumble? I was about to say Twinder. Joe,
No, Tinder. That's a new
Plenty
one.
of Fish. What's the other
PLF.
ones? Coffee Meat Bagel. What are the
What?
other ones?
Coffee
Joe?
meat bagel.
Coffee Meat
Wait a minute.
Bagel.
You made me drop my
Coffee.
damn popcorn.
You said coffee, meat,
Hey, Brandon.
and bagel.
Coffee Meets Bagel, like MEETS.
Oh,
Job
not
is like, I know about
MEATS.
Tinder.
I can't go on Tinder. They just be. I can't deal with no more random pictures of body parts. I can't.
Wait a minute. So on Tinder, you would get ding dong pics?
Heck yeah.
I did.
There's something about you, Patrice. You always get those.
Even on Bumble. Like I always say, like I promise you, I don't do anything. I don't try.
I don't believe you.
Your spirit must be saying, "Send me a pic."
You've been singing the same song for a very long time. I'm starting not to believe you.
Look, when we used to be in college, Patrice would be like this. Patrice would be like, "I got a whole photo album." We were like,
"Okay, so I didn't want to say that, but yeah, Patrice used to have a whole collage."
I promise you, I'll be up there like, "Yo, I really like Velma on Scooby Doo because she really is the one that solves the mysteries." They be like, "Yeah, here's my dick."
What?
So they all were unsolicited, is what you're saying?
Literally,
I don't believe
every
it.
single one. I have maybe
I don't believe
one.
But you have a whole album.
Exactly.
I'm telling you, I can send you a screenshot. I had one not too long ago. Dude, I don't even know who the dude is. He was just like, "Oh, you're pretty." He hit me up on Facebook. He was like, "Do you like white guys?" I was like, "Okay, yeah, cool, whatever." And he was like, "I measure up here."
I measure up.
Yeah, he was just like, "Don't be concerned." I was like, "You live in Texas. I was never
It must
concerned."
be something in your profile that
on my Facebook profile.
It's been like this since college. It's been like this since college, Kev.
I don't say anything. I'm telling you, I've legit been talking about cartoons or sandwiches, and next thing they're like, "Yeah, I got a foot long." First of all, no, you don't, sir.
Well,
See, you be talking in like a cryptic code that the rest of us can't understand. We got it.
Teach us. What did you say?
You play the.
What happened where you had foreskin attack
like that?
No, I'm sorry. No,
Scooby-Doo is like code for something that we don't know.
Scooby-Doo is code that I'm a big ass kid that likes to watch cartoons, and
we are not going to talk about you and your cartoons because everybody who lived with you know that is a very real trauma for us. Anywho,
is it that bad?
It is a trauma.
Yeah, I like cartoons.
It is a trauma.
When you are subjected to only one TV in the room, my lord, you wake up and it's your day to kind of
sleep. What kind of cartoon?
And you see them little toes popping and cracking, and then it's Scooby-Doo on the TV, honey. I will be laying there like
Zoe loves Scooby-Doo. I can't say
I do
that
too.
shit.
Brandon is
I love Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo is the best.
The new one
ever. Scooby-Doo is not fun when there is crunchy cereal involved.
Let me tell you, Patrice, living with Patrice was crunchy cereal. It's almost like she didn't allow the milk to kind of soften it up.
I don't.
Them little chompers was.
You can't let this wait, but you can't let it get soggy.
Yeah, that's not how you do that.
But it sounded like she was chewing on just. And then it was
sound like
all
she
you
was
hear
chewing on a rock.
Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you? And I'm like, between her popping them little toe knuckles, chewing on that cereal, and listening to Scooby Doo,
I get it, Patricia. It's the nostalgia. You want to go back.
Kevin,
popping his toe knuckles at the same time.
I know that you like to play the devil's advocate, but you do not have a dog in this fight, okay? I'm gonna need you to back it up.
But I watch cartoons every now and then.
Like I'm like
cereal.
Kevin, I love cartoons. I watch all cartoons all day. But that ain't the issue. The cartoons is not the issue.
It was for me.
It's when you wake up and you hear cereal. That sounds like
okay. I used to wake up at delirious. One morning, I woke up in the corner and I didn't know what fucking planet I was on because I was listening to WPGC in the middle of North Carolina talking about Big Tigger tonight. And I'm like, where am I?
It is not my fault that you did not wake up.
I didn't have an 8 o'clock class.
Even if you had
one.
So
what kind of cereal was it? Captain Crunch?
Look, Kevin is killing it right now. But Kevin, all I know is whatever cereal she had.
It's probably Frosted Flakes.
I promise you, it
had Frosted Flakes is a crunchy one. I know that.
They're all crunchy.
Great, but the crunchy that she has is like an extra crunch.
No, because do you remember when he I didn't drop the name, but when I was dating him, he bought me a teddy bear and a box of cereal. Like that's how real it was when he wanted to like make it official.
If you like what you like, y'all can't do Patrice like that.
Wait a minute, hold on now. Now we talking about dating a big girl and bringing her some food when they really.
I wasn't that big then, though. I was wearing mediums at top.
What's your favorite cereal, Patrice?
It probably
The
is frosted
crunchy kind.
Present day Frosted Flakes.
It
The
probably is
crunchy
frosted flakes.
kind.
She finna get some. She
Lord
finna
help
get
her.
some. That's why I asked.
Look,
That's fine. You can send her all that cereal now because I ain't living with her, so I don't care.
listen. So
Alexa,
we
I
My
can come down
God.
to Upper Marlboro and just be right there in your driveway.
I'm not sure where
That's bad.
John is. I sent John a message. So episode 17, y'all, was by far one of my, I feel like I have a couple of favorites, but this one was really good because
It was.
it's amazing to see a friend doing so well. I am an advocate for people being happy and living their best life and just thriving. So John was basically like, he did not talk about his sexuality while we were at A&T, and you know, he didn't think his family would accept him. And I was just like, I guess so, because you know, I don't know how that worry works. And then his fiance is 40 years old.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Before we
Wait,
go,
I know you talk about that comment.
Yes.
I told you. I was like,
Wait a
okay, before we
minute.
go into this too
It
far,
says, so fellas, jump into past DMs with some Frosted Flakes and some schlongs.
Brandon's silly.
Brandon, we will fight, bro.
You know what? And
you
if
can probably
somebody
get the
does
Frosted
that,
Flakes.
we're through. We are through.
Brandon,
Hey,
He gonna have his
absolutely.
D in a box.
Brandon,
of
you wrapped
Frosted
it up.
Flakes.
You
Velma
wrapped
was
it up
John Fat,
perfectly.
though. Velma was thick though under that
You
sweater.
wrapped it up perfectly. That is exactly what you should do.
No,
No,
do
y'all,
not jump in
don't
my
do
DM
it.
with no schlongs.
The
Listen.
Frosted Flakes and
No. Frosted
Look,
Flakes
Frosted
and
Flakes
milk.
doesn't
Almond
make
milk.
it sweeter.
Almond milk.
Yo, it gets worse.
Almond milk.
So listen, so if you got a chance to listen to episode 17, we thank y'all so very much. It was really, really good. But one of the things that we talked about in the episode was our freshman year orientations. And we had to table that because I think it was about to be a whole thing. Like, I feel like your freshman orientation experience could be its own episode, to the point where I almost reached out to this young man who is a freshman right now at A&T. He is Mr. Barbie. He is Mr. Barbie Hall. And I have been watching him for a while. Barbie has been co-ed for like
Barbie
5
has been co-ed
years.
forever.
It's been co-ed for like 5
It's
years.
like we left and they was like, let's bust those balls
And once we
down.
left school, they went through the process. It is now co-ed.
Sorry, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
Yes,
I didn't say none of those
Barbella
songs.
is co-ed. So he
Of course you
kind of
didn't, Kevin.
documented things a certain way that I thought was really dope. And it is another young lady who's actually from up here in the DMV. She vlogs really, really well on YouTube. So I was like, I'm gonna reach out to both of them because they should give us the 411. Like, how was semester one? We're gonna get I'm gonna get them on the show, but orientation. So y'all let us know in y'all comments. Meg, are you still here? My intern on here. Let me know about orientation for your school, girl. She went to a huge university in Virginia. So, but orientation. How is it? Kevin, did you go to orientation? Did you even stay on campus?
So what you got to understand is I have lived through these orientations.
Here you go.
I have lived through them year after year after year because my mother works there. So
correct. Yes.
I have helped facilitate in certain capacities several orientations, and I was just over it by the time we actually got there. By the time I was there, I just didn't want to have nothing to do with it. Now I remember the gym jam thing. Yes. And it was really gross. It was very hot and stinky in there. And
there's no light out.
But where was your gym jam? Because mine was in the old
Corbett.
student union. Wow, yours was in Corbett. Mine was in the student
union.
Well,
you know what? I don't even know because I don't even, my memory, I don't know which one was my gym jam. I done been to so many of them. I don't know.
It had to be more because they weren't messing up them Corbett floors.
No, it was more. You're right. It was more.
Yeah,
it was.
You all were in more. I was not. They had us in the ballroom of the old student union.
Hey, they had y'all in the Lord. Well, should at least y'all had AC. We was in more.
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm gonna start from the top for mine after you all. So Kevin is like A&T royalty because his mom does work at A&T. Kevin, see, even when he talks about it, do you notice how he gets really snobbish? Like, So I didn't even really want to be there because I'm always up there. And my mother works for the university.
The snob is such an ugly word. It's
snob about it.
It's what it really is. It has been I have lived that life for so long. It was just. It's like Groundhog Day.
It becomes redundant.
Yeah. So that's why.
But Kevin has the latest and greatest of Aggie gear. Now, when you ask him certain questions, he be like, "Oh yeah, I got that. I got the. He's like Aggie royalty. Look at him.
I have it, but do I want it?
Here we go. Okay, so Meg, you gonna have to let us know. You started off at Randolph-Macon because I'm trying to let you tell your own story in the comments of where you went to school. Meg, she is really, really nice. She's amazing. And then they've paired her with me. So we had fun, okay?
We'll pray for you, Meg.
No,
Be ready for the glitter.
Okay, Alexis. So how was orientation for you? Because Alexis was really no games back then. Okay, Alexis. When I first met Alexis, she was like, "Hi, how you doing?"
I don't remember much about orientation. I do remember that it was a couple of people I went to high school with. That was at my orientation. I do remember that part.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just it was like a reality check almost, like because we stayed in Scott B for my orientation, and I was like, yo, what is this person sell? What is this? I don't understand.
Scott B was like the hood.
Did everybody
campus.
stay in Scott B on orientation? Did everybody stay in Scott?
I think the only thing that it probably was all Scotts that were open up.
I was in Scott C.
I stayed in Scott B. Ho.
He was in.
I don't think I spent the night. I think I saw a roach, and I was just like,
I saw a roach. Let me tell you something.
Don't even try, Kevin.
I wouldn't even know y'all.
Looking this up. I had stayed in Scott before. I had stayed in Scott before for summer programs, but it was specifically for orientation.
Come on, get it.
He was going specific
orientation. I feel like I remember. I seen that roach crawl from up under the bed, and I was just like, whoever the roommate was, I was just like, okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
I wouldn't know any of y'all because I would be like, well, guess what, girl? I'm not staying here. Not coming back there.
Nope.
Kevin, let me see your face. When you saw it, let me see your face.
It rained.
We talk about, girl.
It rained on my orientation. It was just a mess. I hated my orientation. It was. I have more memories from that week before school starts than I do from orientation, because orientation was the worst for me. I didn't like it.
Well, wait a minute. So us talking about that first week was that first week before class started.
That first week before class started was everything.
I was such a little shy person. I didn't even go to the gym jam. I stayed in my room.
Come on, Sora Erin.
Really? When did you stay the first year, Brianna?
My first year, I was in Morrow and Morrowson. My freshman year.
I did go to the gym jam, but it was so high. I was like, this is terrible.
It was really stinky.
Where is the
It was really hot.
But see, you know what? Me and Patrice were thugged down. Okay, we went to every party. We went to every event. We used to sweat out our hair. But still, I don't even care if it would have been somebody I didn't know. I think our energies were just the same at that time.
When you go in there solo, though.
I'm sitting there like
I wasn't quite solo, but the only people I knew were guys. So we didn't stay in the same buildings or anything. So it was kind of like we had to meet up. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the only people I knew at orientation were men.
Look, we gotta ask. Sorry, Aaron. Did your brother stay in Scott B? Ask him, did he stay? Because if you say his dorm was hood, it was either Scott B or
it was Scott
Curtis. Curtis.
And Cooper. Cooper was a little
Cooper troopers.
Cooper was
that's what
I think when we went, but Cooper was actually they refurbished Cooper when we got there. That was they actually brought it up to code by the time we got there. Because when my aunties were at A&T, the tree of hope or something, the tree of some knowledge was the name of the tree that's in front of Cooper, and that's where everybody. But see, A&T changed. Let's just say this. A&T changed by the time we got there, and then it changed even more while we were there.
I had to say the tearing down the Scots. I wish I had got a break. I don't know what I would have done with
Oh
it.
my gosh,
I didn't want
Aaron, he
one.
might have stayed in Curtis. That joint
Wait
was
a
like,
minute.
But,
I feel like we do have a brick. I feel like
I didn't want one. I didn't want a
I
brick.
wish
I should have got a brick, but
Because
it
I
was
knew
a
I wasn't
trans.
gonna
But
do
that was
nothing
from
with
the
that
union,
thing.
though. That wasn't
Oh
from
yeah.
Stop.
From the
So,
union.
I knew I wasn't gonna do nothing with that brick. But sit
Yeah,
there and be like,
hey,
why do I
Sarah
have this
Tiffany.
brick?
Look, Tiffany is an Aggie too, so she's like the tree of knowledge. Listen, when my aunties were there, they would be like,
Yeah, I don't know nothing about the
they would
tree
be
of
like,
knowledge.
it's the tree is still there, but it was
Okay.
a
Okay, where is
known
that? I've
tree.
never heard of that.
It's
Where
in
is it?
front of Cooper. It's right there off the strip. It's in front of Cooper, and everybody used to smoke under that tree at one time. But once we got there, it was not a thing. It just wasn't a thing. It was people would just be smoking everywhere. But
yeah, it wasn't no
and
tree
then,
of knowledge.
and then you're in North
smoking there.
Carolina where people smoke more
Everything.
anyway.
Everything.
Like
Really?
I didn't know. Yes, North
Really?
Carolina. Yes, it was
Everything.
everything. We were not used to that. Maryland has started outlawing all kinds.
Oh, they
of
don't do that
smoking.
there.
No,
Black Miles, maybe some.
it was Black Mouse, weed, cigarettes, cloves, and it was something else. Cloves. I didn't even know what the heck that was.
I didn't know what that was till I went to A&T.
Okay,
What
so
is
I
clove?
didn't know that
Ooh.
Maryland was not like this. I did not know.
No,
We country, but we not that country.
no, they cut all that out.
Oh, that's a country thing?
I feel like North Carolina with all those cigarette factories around there, they are very much smoke. My mother said when she was in high school in North Carolina, they used
Smoke
to
capital of
smoke.
the world.
They would
Mhm.
Well,
have
yeah,
smoke
my high school in North Carolina, it had, by the time I got there, of course that shit didn't exist no more. But it used to
Yeah.
have little smoke areas where you could smoke outside.
Yeah, they had
Smoke
smoke
house is
areas,
what they call
and
it.
you
Smoke
would
ha-
and you
smoke
would
that.
get like you would have issues if you tried to smoke in and around your school here in Maryland. But people at Bowie, the little skater kids, would be smoking weed in the bathroom, and it would be issues. Like in Bowie, the basement. Oh my
What?
God, it was weed every day. It would be an issue. Mm-hmm.
I'm about to say,
But yeah, I like
Black Miles, the road.
I had more fun during that week. Like I remember, like when I first did class, I was sitting up with my head against the wall, knocked out.
In
'Cause
high
we-
school.
No, this was
No, she's
college.
talking about
Oh,
first week of
college.
Like
college.
that first
I hear
week,
you, Sora Tiffany, but we not
and
gonna go
then
there
like
tonight,
that
bitch.
my
I
first
feel you.
day, my first day of class, I was asleep. I was in class knocked out
Why?
Aw.
because I had done everything under the sun.
With that
I
first
had
week.
met so many people that first
That
week.
first week.
I was always hanging out in the what's the things called in the Aggie Suites because you know that was a big deal.
Oh, you was in the suites. You was fancy pants.
Yeah,
I probably had walked past
we probably had walked past each other because
yeah,
I was
I
always
probably walked
I
past
can't-
Alexis a lot in that first year and didn't
But
even know
we
it.
remember who we met that stayed there. But me and my friends met like the first week that we knew to stay in there. We was like, oh, we about to be here every week, and we were.
But y'all had a really good dorm. Morrow, right? Morrow was a.
That's because my
decent
mother
dorm.
said I told him I had breathing problems.
So did mine. I had a doctor's note.
Uh-huh.
I had a doctor's note for Patrice and I for our room, so we had air conditioning. But let's talk about it. So yes, look, Sora, Erin says she thinks she know your face a little bit, Kevin. Look, Kevin, you might have, if you've been to A&T campus, you might have seen Kevin because he A&T royalty, girl.
He is.
When they had a
y'all
parade,
awesome
when they on the
experiences.
when they had a parade, they probably had him propped up somewhere, and he was just waving like, "You peasants, peasants." But listen, our first time meeting Alexis, I don't know if Brianna was there. Brianna probably was in her room.
I was in my room crying. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
I
was
don't think
homesick.
so.
I was homesick.
Wait a
crazy.
minute. You were homesick? Oh, but you know what? I forget how far y'all come to come to A&T.
She was the only one that was homesick.
I know. I probably was. I'll be in the room calling
No,
my mama. My
me
mom
and
was
Patrice was like,
one of my best friends. So I was on the phone with my mama all the time.
"Oh
Because how far are you from home? How far were you from home? Like 5
hours.
hours? Yeah.
No, it's just, oh,
My
well,
high
5
school
hours.
people
5.5 hours, right?
4.5 to 5.
But
That's a big deal. That's a big. My high
It's a
school people
huge
used to
deal.
get homesick, and they used to be like 30 minutes or an hour from home. And I used to be like, "The fuck are you homesick about? It's right up the road." Like,
But everybody's different, especially like people, and I don't know if this is your experience, but like people who didn't go a lot of places and like were very like close knit with their family. It'd be like that because I have family members that kind of were like that. But me, I was like, all right, well, y'all have dropped me off. My stuff is here. Bye now.
Listen, me and Patrice did that. We told our parents good day, good night, and have
Did your parents cry?
My mama was weak.
I
She
think
was
my
crying
mom
so bad.
did. I can't remember though.
She could not believe how fast I said good day, goodbye.
Did they spend the night? Did they get a hotel room to check on you the next
Yes,
day?
we had a hotel, but I'm telling you, it was.
But see, I lived in North Carolina, so no, they went right on back home because it was only what like how far? Hour and a half? I don't know. But they were
Listen,
like, well,
we gonna have to bring between Sora Aaron and Sora Tiffany. They are killing it in these comments. Do y'all see this? Sora Tiffany, you speaking a really familiar story.
Wait, hold on, Aaron. That was your first time eating
crawfish? Girl. So one time they had what was it?
Wait a minute, Tiffany. You got to expound on that, girl, because I couldn't have failed no classes because my parents have been looking at me like, now what's going on with you?
It's okay, Tiffany. Me and Kevin, we actually could probably write a book.
My mother would have yanked me out of school so fast.
We didn't hit the wall hard in the beginning. It kind of happened.
No, that was junior year. I feel like that was either junior or senior year. First semester.
It was junior. Semester, junior year. We really. That was a moment in time.
That was when the shit was real. Then that's when I was. I got that report and I was like, I have never a flag like a fucking flag. It's a flag.
Kevin called me. It was winter break. Kevin said, "Hi, have you checked your grades yet?" I said, "Yeah, I did." He was like, "Did you tell your parents yet?" I said, "Nope." He said, "Let me ask you this. Do you have a flag on your
flag?"
And I said,
"A flag?
Yes, I have a flag." And we literally laughed for like 20 minutes. And it was probably painful, but that was the only reaction we could have. But
painful? Like, you didn't have the luxury of being able to have your grades to yourself. My mother knew my grades.
I didn't have them to myself. No, I didn't have them to my cousin Kitty was feeding my parents our grades.
She did that, but then my mama looked at your grades too. So she would look at my grades and your grades, and then she would call me before I even saw the shit and be like, "Okay, we need to talk about
we know what y'all got. We know what y'all was doing down there."
But I didn't even see it.
That is funny.
Listen, these comments, whoo, child. Between Sora Aaron, she trying to put all the puzzle pieces together. She said, "Listen, I still have a homecoming shirt they sold outside. That's the year Juvenile back that ass that came out. Baby, listen, I would have loved to be a fly on the wall for that." Sora Tiffany, my first Christmas break was quiet as. Listen, I don't even know what I told my parents that time, but they knew they would call my cousin Kitty and get my grades. There was no privacy. They broke all the
banner number. She knew your banner number.
She didn't even need that. I don't even think she didn't. I don't know what she did, but she called me one day and was like, "I see what you got going on." I said, "Say what?"
I'm like, "What does that mean?
What does that mean?" But what I wanted to go back to was when we met Alexis. I don't think Bree was there. Me and Patrice. It was the first like big party for the freshmen. The first week of school. Well, it wasn't technically first week of school. It was freshman week, which now that I've survived freshman week, clearly moons ago, would you, first of all, I'm going to ask, think about it. Would you allow your children to go to freshman week?
I would.
What was so bad about it?
Freshman week was when you were tested to see, it kind of tested your morals. It tested how much your parents might have had you on lock.
I would have definitely left my kids do because I think it's a great experience. Like, you grown now, do what you want to do.
Refresh my memory. What is this freshman week that you speak of?
Freshman week was when we were supposed to go to all these different events with the university. We started going, but by the end of the week, we realized they weren't mandatory.
No. I didn't start going.
Like, I just told my mom about the time we went to the ballroom and we found out the dating card. And I told her how I was like, we sent Erica first.
That was the freshman week. That was freshman week. So that's when we met.
That's what Erica's talking about.
We met at first of all, we met so many critical people.
I just told my mama about that. I just at 35 got
critical people
that we illegally.
Yes. But Kevin, me and you had the same orientation because that's where I met you.
So I remember it was registration for our class.
It was registration.
I remember because I met your parents at the same time.
Yes. Yeah. And I was like, okay, well, he's cool.
And Dr. Gail.
And Dr. Gail.
Even though my mom keeps telling me Dr. Gail, she was like, Dr. Gail knew you before because he kind of like recruited you for Bio E. So I guess he knew me through one of them summer programs, but I didn't know. I don't remember him. I knew I had worked with Michelle before, but I didn't.
That's what happens when you are anti-royalty. What'd I say?
Oh my goodness. So freshman year freshman week orientation, ballroom. That's when we met each other.
The ballroom.
Y'all were. I think that was the night y'all were dressed as double mint twins. Was that
the night we were dressed the same, Patrice? I don't know.
I feel like that was later in the year.
It might have been. I don't know.
It might have been a week apart because I feel like we went to the ballroom twice within 2 weeks.
And what the same thing?
Why were y'all dressed together?
Because she had got the jean outfit from the Bowie location, and I got the same outfit from New Jersey.
There wasn't that many plus size like retailers back then.
Yeah,
it was like Torrid or Lane Bryant, and we clearly wasn't about to be business women at the club, so we went at Lane Bryant.
It was just, I just remember walking up and y'all were like already in line and y'all had on the same outfit. I was like, oh,
well, that might have been the night, and we went into the club and we were all talking about how we were going to get a drink. Because when I tell you, we were very good kids. For the most part, especially looking back, we were the kids that that did what we were supposed to do.
Me and Bree both looking like
Bree never snuck out, never did anything.
Never other than us sneaking to the club to go to DC.
I was about to say y'all just talked about how y'all went to the club.
We have been so good for 12 years. We've been good. We did our homework. I took care of my siblings at the same honor roll. Just really on it. So we said we going to the club.
Y'all got y'all life.
Let me tell you something.
I can't even remember why I went to the club. It must have been because my friend at the time encouraged me to go because I don't even like clubs.
But you know what? It was when we all met each other.
But you might have known that then.
We went to the club.
That you didn't like them?
No, I knew then. I had been to clubs.
But Alexis was just sitting there. And then they said, you go to the bar and get us a drink. And I was like, what if, okay, all right, I'm gonna do this for us. Cause I was the tallest. And for whatever reason, that meant that I looked
one for the team.
Which made no sense.
It didn't, because
we went to a ballroom.
Probably wasn't the oldest looking one.
And ballroom was off of what you call it?
Wendover.
Wendover. So it was on the other side of Wendover, like almost in High Point. So we said, okay, we're gonna go to the war. I said, hi, can I get a fuzzy navel?
They should have known right there that your ass was young. They should have
look like that too when you said it.
Can I get a fuzzy navel? Probably. And they said, sure, $7. I was like,
yeah. How the ballroom did not get shut down when we was in college is
that whole party was full of freshmen.
Because there was nothing legal about that.
Wait, when did we go to George K's? Do you remember when we went to George K's?
I remember the last time we went, I almost died because it wasn't no air moving and I was passed out.
The first time we went, and the queue started stripping as they hopped.
Oh gosh, yes! Girl, that was the first time I've seen like, college penis. The Omegas. Listen, we all over the place.
Yeah.
Look, Brandon.
Kevin said, yeah, we are.
Because Kevin didn't go to the clubs with us. Kevin was very much campus.
Never.
And just very, he was
but
like,
I think I understand that because had I gone to a school in my neighborhood, I probably would have been the same way. Like, because it's hard when you like live there, you've been there all your life. And
but it was
like
people from Greensboro. It was people from Greensboro that was having a good time too, though.
Yeah, but it's different. It's different when your whole parents live there. Your parents work at the school. It's just
It was
get it.
uncomfortable from all angles. Like even welcome week or freshman week or whatever it was, when I came back, a lot of motherfuckers didn't even realize that I wasn't at Dudley no more. So that was like, wait a minute, you was not at the you're
Right.
here,
They
but
like,
you
wait,
weren't at the
you wasn't at
graduation. Like,
graduation.
I don't understand. So that was an uncomfortable conversation. And then my parents, well, mainly my mama, knows everybody because she has all these student workers. So she has a network of people that's gonna see everything that I do, no matter
Yeah.
what.
I stopped caring. I couldn't live my life like that no more. It was bad enough my cousin was calling and threatening me all the time. I was like, I don't care no more. I don't care. Listen, I stopped caring. Listen, I always say my parents fed me and took me to work. They gave me another chance and I got it together. Praise the Lord. Okay. Maurice, so I was gonna post some pictures from past events last week for homecoming, but I still might put them together to put on our here on Facebook and Instagram, because I feel like I might have an enormous amount of pictures.
Keep them things to yourself,
please.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm in much of them, so I'm good.
Bree, you actually are in more. You know, you're right. You're in more pictures after college.
Yes,
but we have.
I got some with Bree in college though.
We have a couple with Bree.
I have quite a few with Bree.
It's because you used to wear your hair in front of your face.
Yeah.
You keep them to yourself.
Your hair was really good though. It was really good.
But
y'all know Chino here. Chino here, so he's tearing it up upstairs.
Chino,
my sister boyfriend dog.
He's huge. That dog is.
He sound like a horse. All I hear is barking and running.
I believe it. Chino's massive.
Lord Jesus. So Aaron Eggs and Brandon and everybody. But I feel like I feel like Maurice asked the question.
Where is Maurice? I thought he was coming on next.
He is coming on next. Have your parents ever popped up on you? And Aaron, I'm gonna get to your question next. Yes, my parents used to pop up all the time. They are North Carolinians, so they used to just be like, "Hey, so what you doing?"
No, my mom never did.
Wait, they would come in town and not tell you.
Kevin, it was one time. Me and Alexis was walking to the caf one day. I would never forget this. I was skipping Spanish. I was skipping Spanish. Who do I see sitting in front of the bookstore talking to people, dapping people up? Because I had that bus service coming from A&T to the DMV. So Daddy seeing people he know, and he said, "Hey girl, what's up? Why you ain't in class?" And I was like,
yeah. Her parents, it was nothing for her parents to do that. Mine did not. I think my parents may have came on campus a total of 3 to 4 times, perhaps, and that was it.
Funny.
And that probably was just to help me move in, and that was it.
I was always in the matrix between my parents. Granted, my parents lived here in Maryland. They didn't care. They would be. I remember that one time I was in Barbie. They was like, "So what you doing?" And it's almost like God said, "Look out the window. I see the Suburban sitting down there." And they was like, "So what you doing? What you doing?" I was like, looking at y'all sitting in front of Barbie Hall.
No, my mother never did that. My mother, the only time I saw my mother was when she was helping me move. And moving out, that was more so Alexis' job.
I don't
care.
I
had to move out by myself.
Alexis would have got.
That's why
Kevin could have got so much. Could have got. My daddy see you.
Yeah,
I don't feel like I ever saw them. I always saw them there
because her dad, he loves to go to the caf and show off, to be like, this one here when I was here, but look at this name. Like, it was nothing for her dad to be like,
that pop-up situation.
He didn't care. That's his school. He's like, I paved the way for you and your little friends, so y'all better just respect the process. So.
Like it would be nothing for you to see him walking around giving tours.
And then my little cousin would be there. Listen, it was a family affair at all points. But I wish we probably should have pulled Bree up and had. No, we ain't even gonna talk about that, because it was sometimes I used to try to get Bree to go to stuff, and Bree would be like, "Oh no, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it." Right? She would be like, "I'm not gonna make it." And then on Facebook, y'all remember the infamous Facebook?
I'm not gonna make it.
Bree she stopped going to stuff. She would just be sitting in the house, Lord knows, doing whatever. She is Sagittarius, you know they sneaky.
And we are
So
not.
Y'all are sneaky.
Y'all are sneaky. Y'all are
We're not
sneaky.
sneaky.
Yes.
We're not sneaky people.
Bree, we've had this conversation
And
a number of times.
and
again, we are not sneaky.
Okay.
And so
All
we
right.
had all these pictures. We had all these pictures on social media, and I remember this one day in particular. It was like a Facebook shutdown. Under every picture, it was like, "Where was Bree?"
Oh, I
And where
remember that.
was Bree?
I remember that.
And why wasn't Bree here? I was
I
like, Bree,
remember
because you
that.
don't go nowhere. What you talking about? We were
Like,
asking
you don't
Bree to
just
do-
stop extending the invitation.
No,
just 'cause I've
dog.
said
We
no
it was
before.
we
But
were
Bree,
like,
if you're
Bree.
not going to accept the invitation, why are we going to offer the
You just
invitation?
always
be
extend
invited.
the invitation.
No.
Was
Well,
this
what, 'cause
later?
you was
Was
always
this when
gonna say
Bree was off
no.
campus? This was when she was
no,
off campus,
sneaky,
right?
Probably.
sneaky, okay, sneaky.
Because that
but-
makes sense. If you off campus, you're
No,
away.
Kevin. No, Kevin.
No,
This was
we would
after our
always call
activities,
Bree,
Kevin.
like Bree, hey, we're
They
doing
would.
this. Hey,
I'm not
Bree,
gonna
we
lie.
doing, and Bree will probably be sitting in her drawers, eating whatever, doing nothing. Probably had a little
Cereal.
G come through,
Cereal.
and then be like, "No, I
Frosted
ain't gonna make
Flakes.
it." And then she sees all these pictures, and she's
You know,
At
like,
least she told y'all.
"Where was Bree?" And I'm just
At
looking
least
at
But
she
the
no,
told
you
pictures,
y'all.
like,
can't. But
She could have just hit you with the I'll be there, and then still
Kevin,
didn't
but
come.
no, Kevin,
Thank
you
you,
can't.
Kevin.
You
I was
can't.
honest.
You can't reject every
Listen.
invitation
Hold on.
and then go on a whole slew
she's coming in
on
under all
Facebook
pictures.
that
I
says,
got no
"Where was
problem.
Bree? Where was Bree? Where was Bree? Where was Bree? Where was
Listen.
Bree?"
You
You
Listen.
cannot do that.
Where did she didn't work on nowhere? We
It's
were like,
because Brianna would be, like you said,
Well,
Brianna
Bree,
was
where
off.
were you?
I was off
She was
campus.
off campus, and wasn't
Doing
she
what?
working
And then
Doing
then
what
too?
though?
And so
Wasn't she
then
working
with-
then too?
no,
Yes.
No.
Brianna did work at Olive Garden. What do you mean?
Yes, she
But hold
did.
up, but hold up. That,
I did
how
work
long-
at Olive
how long
Garden.
was that
Bree,
experience?
Bree.
How long was that experience?
When I left Olive Garden, I went to another restaurant to work. What do you mean?
Yeah,
I
right.
worked
yeah.
Bree
from
had little
No, Bree,
junior
this is
year
before
into
you
my
was
super senior
working.
year. I worked 3 years.
She
This
had
was
little
before
gents.
you was working, right?
No,
This
before I was working, I
she
was
had
on,
little
actually on
men.
campus.
She
So
had a calendar.
So you were on campus, but where were you? Because you weren't with us.
sophomore
In
year,
class.
She said, no, because when you wrote
Thank you,
that was in
Kevin.
later years. But it's okay. So
Thank you.
listen,
It was in the later years, and y'all would call me after I done left campus, left,
That's
and went to
the thing.
Wendover.
That's the thing.
Y'all know how y'all feel when
'Cause
y'all
once
get
I
home
get
and you
home,
take your
I'm not
bra
coming
off.
But
back.
hold on, Bree. We
Mhm.
were always on activities off campus, and they would be on Wendover.
Glory.
We were
on.
always
When
on
I
Wendover.
get home
on.
and take my bra off,
No,
was
we were
already
too young
in
for that. We were
state.
way too
No,
young.
Brianna
we
was never too young for that, baby.
You were not
Brianna
in
was
that
never
stage of
too
my
young.
life. But okay.
I get in that house, I
Who
do
you
my little
texting,
pin
Patrice?
curls.
Look at Patrice. She is
texting-
during
she texting her
Facebook
boo
Rewind,
thing.
and she is texting her new blue-eyed bandit.
Oh, the name. Can we get a new name for him? That one ain't
Blue-eyed
it.
bandit. She's gonna steal
Yeah,
her
we'll call it
heart.
the Blue Eye Bandit.
Oh, okay.
But they all been blue eyed, so that. But we'll call this one the Blue Eye Bandit.
Blue-eyed bandit.
Well,
So
hi, Blue Eye
listen.
Blended, if you're listening.
So we
How
had a
you doing?
question. They said, "Did you all party with Bennett Bells?"
No, we did not. That was against our religion.
I almost got in a fight with them.
Excuse me. I did. What's wrong with you?
You was by yourself then, because we was not partying with them.
Listen, we didn't have any issues. Okay.
Yes, we did. So don't be
I
sitting here
did.
lying to these people. We did
I
have
almost got in a
issues with
fight
the
with
Bennett
them.
Bells.
I almost got in a fight with them. I had to talk my way out.
I extend my
What
love
was
to
the
the
beef?
Bells.
What was the beef? I
I
partied
think-
with people. I didn't care where they were from. So
You
later
weren't
on, I
No,
found
no,
out that they were
Kevin,
Bennett
because see,
Bells.
no, they would be real shady.
They were a little much.
They were like really shady when they would come on campus, and you knew they was Bennett Bells because they was
You
raggedy.
could tell with their makeup.
So-
Okay, I'm not even going down that road. Anywho, the
I'm gonna
Bennett
say-
Bells were nice women,
No, they
and
wasn't.
hey Ashley,
But I'm
we-
sure they're fine individuals. I'm just joking.
they
y'all.
are wonderful women, but we could tell who were Bennett Bells. I remember it was one event. I don't know if it was. I'm gonna always say this. I'm not sure it was me and Alexis or me and Patrice. Well, we went to this one event in Harrison Auditorium, and I just pointed. I said, "Those are some Bennett Bells," because they did their makeup extra thick, and they were just extra because it's all girls school. So when they came over to A&T, it was a thing, and I remember they used to always be on the plots and things like that. So it was interesting when you saw them. That is my
trying to be nice.
They were very.
It was some girls at A&T who used to do their makeup thick too. So I don't know how you could distinguish.
No, you knew a Bennett Bell when you saw one.
It was very different because they would be like, well, where are the Bennett Bells at all our events? And they would be like, yeah. And I'd be like, I knew it.
Do that sound again?
Yeah.
I don't want anyone that to make that sound.
That sound is shadier than anything I have said.
It really is.
But they were very in school, not now that we're adults, clearly. But when we were in schools, they were yeah, they were different.
I had no problems with them.
That's why
Kevin, you are like you just love to go against us, and I don't know why. I don't know why.
It's not against the grain. I just partied with people. I didn't even care where they were from. I just learned
to party with Kevin.
You ain't even party with us,
right? Who were you partying with?
I went out with y'all. I went out with y'all senior year, super senior year. When it was safe to do so.
I won't dare. I won't.
When it was safe to do so.
Them excursions.
Because I was in the books and working.
Kevin, why are you lying?
I definitely was in the book.
Why are you sitting? I know you royalty and okay, I'm gonna let you live. Go ahead.
What you think I was doing? Like, what you think I was twiddling my thumbs? I was working.
You working at Circuit City.
I was working, and I was work study too. I was working.
He was,
yes.
But you know you weren't.
No, I got my.
You were not necessarily working.
I got my first iPod through Kev. Thanks, Kevin.
He was at Walmart all the time. That's all I'm gonna say. So
I was like, Kevin, we had talked about. I was like, Kevin, it's a new thing called an iPod. I want to get one.
Wait a minute. So
and I got one with Kevin.
Said,
thank you, Kevin.
10 o'clock meals off campus when you guys were there. We don't know what the criteria was for Bennett. Honestly, I can't even tell you. Brandon might can answer that question because it sounds like, yeah, there he go. I enjoyed the
bells. He enjoyed the bells.
Yeah. Brandon, can you answer Tiffany's question? I don't know, because they would always be on campus and you could just tell. And you were like, there they go. Out of all the people on A&T campus,
they were so close though. Like,
yes,
like
what did you expect?
And what was the sound that they made?
You gonna have the bells in our inbox, man. Shout out to the Bennett Bells. We love y'all.
No, I mean it was just they were very awkward back then, but I'm sure they are well adjusted into society at this point.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it was, and I don't know.
Stop. I don't know no Bennett Bells in real life. So.
They were always be on our campus. I don't know about you, but they were.
What did you expect? Their campus is like right across the street.
But I will say, I will never understand what will make you want to be a Bennett Bell versus any of the other colleges in Greensboro. That just seems like a very random choice to me.
I got into Bennett. I applied to Bennett.
I was about to say something real shady. I'm gonna stop myself right now.
In a Bennett Bell.
I'm about to say, you think I would be a Bennett Bell?
I could.
You know what, Bree?
I could see that.
Sounds like you were really dry for a while, and that would have worked for you. Damn, I didn't even mean to be that shady. God.
Oh, did you?
I wasn't even trying to be shady.
Did
it's
you
just
hear
that the way that Bree is that.
Did you hear this?
So I had caked on makeup, and you would know when I had entered.
No, you were just.
But see, the way Bree, you're such a homebody that I could see you being a Bennett Bell.
It's nothing wrong with being home.
I didn't say nothing about caked up makeup. That was Erica that said that.
Ooh, no, and when I come on campus, I go.
Yes. I remember saying, "Baby, that's one of my Bell sisters right there." So when they said, "Wait a minute," she's like, "I'm right here," I was like.
See, and now the sound just got worse. Now you sound like
now she sound like Chewbacca's sister. And
all I'm saying, listen. Okay, let's get to these comments. Oh yes, Lily. She said, "Shout out to Erica picking me up one night from Barbie."
Oh, that was
shout
sweet.
out, Lily. There you go. Who knows
That
what we
was
were
very
doing?
sweet.
Bennett. So Brandon, we're gonna have to bring you on one day to give us.
What
the
is
tea.
Bennett curfew rush? What is that? Brandon was over there getting sneaked in.
So if you went to a different institution, talk to us in these comments because we are really we're having a good time. We're not focusing on the election right now, which is just
Erica snorts when it gets real funny. Erica does snort. You may hear that from time to time.
Patrice questions in the comments, but Patrice is so far up the blue-eyed bandit's butt, she can't understand what's going on.
Question?
Don't do that to
your
Patrice.
idea, Erica.
No, don't be blaming me.
Hey, Maurice,
your idea.
Hey, Maurice, throw them questions back in the comments.
Erica's idea. Erica's the main one.
What are the? He said, "What are?" I know this is my idea, but we are actually working right now, and you are too busy working it up in them.
You wanted a story. I'm getting the story.
We don't know nothing. So here we go. So what y'all talking about?
I'm not mad at it, Patrice. Continue doing what you're doing.
No. Come on. What y'all talking about?
We're not talking about nothing.
That is none of your that is none of your business. She will tell you offline.
She is completely disconnected from the conversation.
No, I'm listening. We were talking.
No, she's over there like this. She like this. She like.
She will tell you offline.
I'm listening. I am multitasking. No, we were talking about.
Has he sent you some royalty pictures?
He has actually. Thank you. But
what is that? What does that mean?
None of the lower extremities. They're doing a fit challenge, a fit at 40 challenge or something like that.
Okay, come on, fit at 40.
I said, you'll be more fit than I will be at 35, 40, 45, and 50.
Oh, shit. So stay tuned. We're going to have to figure out a way to give you all the content from this.
He's been trying to get me to leave the podcast. So
he did what?
He was trying to get me to leave tonight. He was just like, just come on over. And I'm like, no.
Does he know you got a fur child? You just can't be leaving your baby like that.
Well, she had the baby with her.
She had him with her.
Wait a minute. So you would take Zulu to this ranch. You need some pepper spray.
Okay,
I'm not going over there.
He's crazy.
Wait a minute. I'm not going over there.
Okay, I'm just checking.
No.
And Zulu, you need to teach the Zulu how to attack when the time is right. Tell him to bite the balls.
Zulu would be over there hugging. Zulu would be just like this. Where's my treats? He does it to the worst people. He'd be the crackheads. He like this.
You need to know the crackheads got the good snacks.
They got good something because he'd be right up there. It's a weird dude to live down the hallway. He'd be right up there.
He'd be like, I know you're a racist, but pet me on my head.
He don't fuck with him though. That's the funny part. He doesn't fuck with
the racist.
He don't fuck with the racist. He fuck with the weirdo. They got a little drinking problem, but not
with a name like Zulu Shaka Khan.
His name is Zulu Aloysius Jones. He didn't even get Patrice's last name.
Right.
She didn't even get a poor child her last name.
Mr. Jones.
Yeah, who's Jones?
Who's the daddy?
Me and Mrs. Jones. No,
you mean Mr.
Jones?
For real? No,
Mr.
she said what she said.
I said what I said.
I said what I said.
Listen,
I have a lot of absolute in my drink. So
wait. So why? Okay,
absolute. Oh, girl, you trying to die?
So Brandon said, but Bennett girls used to be weird on the bus ride back home.
Brandon, where you from?
He from up here.
Girls on the bus ride.
Oh, okay.
We went to high school together. Hi, Brandon.
I was about to say, oh girl, he was your boyfriend.
But you know what? I'm trying to think.
No, he wasn't my boyfriend. We were good friends.
No, I don't know what I'm hearing.
I think we used to pick up Bennett girls on the bus. I think we started picking up Bennett girls.
It was like right in the backyard.
Yeah, I think we started picking up Bennett girls too.
And how did they greet you when they got on the bus? What was the sound they made?
Y'all are not gonna keep doing that to my Bennett beauties. Now you're gonna stop doing that, okay?
Kevin, I have never heard somebody call them the Bennett beauties.
You're gonna stop doing that.
They are beautiful.
I'm very
women.
fond of a lot of those Bennett girls.
See this and go off. They are going to be in our comments like, with the
They
current
gonna go off
climate
on
of the
y'all.
world, here, they're not gonna go off on you, Kevin, because they know that you love them. I mean, we love them too. I even gave money when they was,
They're not
all
gonna go
that
off
stuff.
on Bree either. She's one
They're
of the
not gonna go
fellow
off on
ones.
me either.
That's because Bree was a
They're
Bennett
their
Bell.
soul sister, apparently. I'm their adopted child
Bree is a
from
Bennett Bell.
Agland.
Bree is a Bennett Bell. There you go, Tiffany. Rock the bells.
All
That's
right now.
Bree. I think Bree probably would have did good with it, but I feel like Bree became a super entity in the friendship our sophomore year. That's when the stuff started to get good. That's when we would see her all the time because we used to do a lot. We used to.
I didn't do any of that.
Shenanigans. A lot of shenanigans. A lot of them.
Won't me.
Alexis was there for a lot of the
Alexis, you were there.
Like,
You
so
were
we
there.
like-
a lot of
CPS stuff.
No, she wasn't.
So we have all well, me and Kevin had classes together. Me and Patrice have known each other because we were here from Bowie, and then we were roommates. And Lord Jesus, that was a journey in itself.
We were co-workers too.
And we were co-workers in high school. But listen, let's tell the story because this will bring it together. And we met Bree through.
I knew you freshman year.
Yes, but what was the connecting event? Or
I got brought downstairs under the union to the
so
with y'all that day.
Okay, because me and Alexis and Patrice, we will always be shooting pool, playing spades, all of that. Who has been kicked out of the circle of friends?
Who is asking shady questions?
Maurice.
Of course, it's Maurice.
Sit down. Go sit down.
Maurice,
I will say,
you go find you a Bennett Bell and leave us alone.
People had journeys, but we, real friends come back together and make it work.
I
But
don't think y'all ever had nobody kicked out of it.
nobody was kicked out.
I'm sorry. Nobody who's here.
There were journeys that people had to take journeys, but we all, like for example, we were talking about Brianna's journey when she didn't want to go out with us no more.
I was still in touch though. Let's be clear.
She explained that.
I was still in touch.
Like Bree was too busy. Bree was up there. Bree had a whole townhouse, y'all. First of all, James, the cartel Belton, was not going to let me move off campus. I used to try everything in the book, and he would be like, "Guess what? You better stay your butt right there in the sky."
But listen, it makes sense. Once you live off campus, once I go home, I am not coming back. So you better catch me while I'm here.
Adult.
Kevin, are you going to
over there?
Are you going to agree on anything with us tonight? Are you just going to be?
He's agreeing with me. So
I'm agreeing with her because I had the experience. I didn't have it while we were. Well, I had that the last year.
Kevin was literally on campus. When you were in Collegiate Commons, Kevin, that was across the street.
I wasn't coming back.
Okay, all right. Okay, now Patrice, Bree, we can understand. Bree was in damn near High Point.
Like 25 minutes away.
Kevin
grad school. Well, I know it from a grad school perspective because that's when I had moved to, the little joint on Pleasant Garden.
Yeah, but still, Kevin, it was not.
Well, that's when. I didn't learn it at the time she learned it, but I learned it.
Is this when we came to see you for your birthday shenanigans that year? You still weren't that far from campus. Let's talk about it. So
it doesn't matter.
Maurice,
why are we talking about that?
Maurice, we have a ton of stories. We're not even telling you the half. Okay.
We don't have to.
Kevin
we don't have to
had
talk
a
about
party.
it.
Let me tell you something. Kevin
I
in
don't think we
undergrad.
should talk about that party.
Kevin in undergrad was amazing, right? He was amazing, but he had the nerve to do these amazing things with new friends in Greensboro once he left.
The way that you're phrasing it with new friends,
it's accurate.
It's very accurate. You left us hanging.
I was in grad school. It was a different. Y'all weren't there. Like, what did you expect me to do? Y'all went back and
sit at home and miss us. Duh.
You did not miss us. You were like, you know what? I'm gonna start having.
Of course, I missed y'all.
Kevin,
first of all, Kevin
no new friends.
had this amazing apartment in Greensboro. When I say
it was really nice, it was real cute.
I remember Patrice came one time because Patrice was asleep on the floor, bitch.
You took that damn picture. I looked like I had been through so much in life.
It was
I
bad,
was in a
but do y'all
sleep on the floor.
know
Not
those
as bad as
apartments
some
were
pictures,
there when we
Patrice.
were there? Those
Oh, boy, I
apartments
know
were
that
there.
I would have fought tooth and nail to get to those apartments, but we probably
No.
would still be in biological engineering
Yeah,
program because
we
I
probably would
lived there.
still
Okay?
be there. It was
Still be there.
definitely a rhyme and a reason in the time in the
God
season that I
knew.
did that. Mhm.
God knew. Yes, he did. He surely did. But Kevin had these parties, right? So it was me, Alexis, and Toya. We came to see him, and we met all his new friends. That's all I'm gonna say.
Erica don't like Erica didn't like
not.
his new friends.
Happy
I didn't have a
Gun road
problem
trip
with them.
together.
Oh,
So
you
look at
talk
them.
just as much trash as I did.
I didn't have a problem with his new
Alexis
friends.
was like, "What is that?" And one of them told
I did
me
not do that.
She
I
pretty
did not
much
do that.
told
That
me
was
to my
Erica.
face. She pretty much She pretty much told me to my face, "I'm better than you."
See, that was Erica that had problems
And
with his friends. It was
looking
not
at
me.
her like, "You what?" And she was like, "I could do your job." Girl, I don't even know you.
See, I didn't have them experiences.
And then had the nerve to say, "Can you help me get a job?" I was like, "You know what? Whatever it is you needed from me is dead in the water."
See,
And
I
then
didn't
to
have
add,
those issues.
to add insult to injury. Did you share this to your page, Kev?
Right, because Kevin,
Yeah.
you about to shut Kevin whole
Never mind, I ain't
life
gonna say
down.
I did.
I'm not saying nothing else. I'm good.
I
That's
did.
it.
I did.
See?
Look, it was
See,
an
guys?
intro. Look, that was just another episode of Love and Hip Hop Greensboro, and it was
Guys,
interesting with y'all meeting everybody. It was.
No,
It
I
was.
just
Teach
want you
Maurice
to know,
real-
guys, that I didn't have a problem with anyone.
Oh, let's get to the
Thank
good stuff.
you.
We can talk about this now because our beloved friend Kristen has gone on, but I told her about her.
Let's not get to the good
Listen,
stuff.
because Maurice said, "Have y'all gone on a road trip together?" Maurice,
Maurice, hey,
Oh,
Maurice,
Jesus.
Maurice,
we went to this trip to Orlando.
Oh Lord.
hey, Maurice, look at me. Stop asking these shady questions, okay? You sit your ass down
Maurice,
somewhere
Listen,
because
went
we don't
to
have time for this.
Orlando. No, we can talk
Thank
about
you.
it now.
And
We
good
went
night.
to Orlando one. It was
Look
Orlando.
at
Hold on,
everyone's
before-
face. Look at
Look, before you
No,
start the
we
story,
flew, but
before you start the
Patrice-
story, who knew you could have so much fun in Orlando? We had the time of our lives
No, we
in
had
Orlando.
the time of our lives and the most drama of our lives. It was
Okay, tell me about it because I wasn't there. Tell me about
Kevin,
it.
you know the story. I'm sure you know the story.
Yeah,
I'm talking about
you
tell
know
me
the
about it because I
story.
wasn't there.
I'm
You so
speaking for the
shady.
audience. Tell me about it. What happened?
Let me tell you something.
I want Maurice to go sit down somewhere. This is what I want.
Lord, you got Erica.
Was it dramatic?
Lord to hear her.
Let me tell you something. We went to Orlando for spring break.
Kevin,
Now, we
talking about,
had
was it
never.
dramatic? You know it was
Was it
dramatic. Kevin.
dramatic?
You know
It
it was
was-
dramatic.
Were the
Kevin.
reality
Okay.
TV cameras there?
Kevin,
No.
it was the episode of Fuck My.
But I wasn't there.
Kevin, you couldn't have been there.
That was the season finale of.
That was the season finale of FML and Love and Hip Hop Greensboro and Love and Hip Hop on the road. And it was just, when I tell you, like I said, our good friend Kristen, she in heaven. She know what time it is. We went on
Rest
this
in peace, Kristen. We
Yeah,
missed
rest in
you.
peace, Kristen.
and Kristen had a meltdown when we
She was having male issues.
Meltdown is putting it mildly. I feel like
Let's just say-
meltdown is putting it mildly.
let's just say I had to have a one-on-one.
I'm would they be saying in the comments now? Respectfully, let's just
Oh,
say.
wait a minute. She said, "Did I piss in your Kristen?"
Hey,
Is that what she said?
Johnny, stop
That
playing.
was
No, I feel like Alexis said that.
Oh, see, Kevin, you're telling on yourself because first you
I
said you
feel
don't
like-
know what happened.
I
Now
feel
you're
like,
saying
but
you
I feel like I
Alexis said
heard,
that.
or when I watched it,
Uh-huh.
I feel like
Uh-huh.
I feel like I heard
Oh,
Alexis
I
say
feel
that.
like-
Finale.
Everybody was there but Patrice, because Patrice was on a world tour at that time. We
I
just
also
gonna
don't
say
fly. So
Patrice was on a world tour.
Was this
Yeah,
when we were
Patrice
in?
don't lie.
Was this during when
We
we
were
were
in
still
This
in
was my
school?
last year. This
It
was
was-
my
Yeah.
last year of college.
It was the fourth year, the fourth quarter,
the
and
fourth quarter. This is my last year.
we decided we was gonna go on this trip. And I brought my cousin
Hold on.
with
Hi,
me.
Johnny's.
Let's listen. Yes, Johnny's. If you want
Hey,
to just jump on in
Johnny's.
here. Look, I brought my cousin, That's another one right there. She don't play no games. Okay?
Yes. She's tighter than me.
She don't
when
play
it
no
comes
games.
to the game.
So-
She don't play a game. Okay.
So we went on this trip to Atlanta. We flew in. We went to Walmart because we had a 2-bedroom suite. But then we had the family room area where it pulls out. We had so many strong personalities.
How many girls was it? How many of y'all was it all
Six.
together?
It was 6 of us.
We had to agree.
Who
that
told
we
us to do that?
And me, I was so in love with
Whose
everybody.
idea
I
was
didn't
it?
care.
Whose
I
idea
feel
was
like
this whole trip?
we just all came
I
together.
think we
to
just
do
came
this trip.
together and was like, we're going on.
Y'all just was
And
like,
I
oh,
love
this
everybody,
is
so I'm
this
like,
is senior
let's
year.
do
We
it.
need to do a trip. Mm-hmm.
No, Kevin.
No,
it was,
I think it was just spring
Kevin.
break. It was just the spring break.
Right.
Kevin, it was the Twilight Zone. So we go to Walmart. We get all this stuff because they threw away all my stuff this is when they had made all
That's
these
when Erica used
rules.
to have love spell and all that
They
stuff.
threw
Trying to
away
fly
all
with
my
it.
facial stuff. So I said, damn it, we gotta go to the Walmart. So we killed it at the Walmart. I don't know if we necessarily cooked, but we had all this stuff in the
I think we
refrigerator.
did cook a little. I don't
we did
remember.
breakfast.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah, I think it was
remember either.
breakfast.
We did
Yeah.
breakfast. So we had so many different personalities that we had to agree to switch rooms every
Which was
night.
dumb.
We
I
had to
can't even
switch
remember
rooms.
who wanted to do that, but
And
that was like the dumbest thing
it
ever.
was but I think it was our beloved.
Wait a minute. So did y'all go to Disney?
Oh,
Yeah.
Kevin, we're getting there. You
Okay,
are
okay.
you are like what is it? The horse before the cart? I don't know.
The cart
You
before the
doing
horse,
something.
baby.
Yeah.
The cart before the horse.
So
You
y'all
stepping
might
ahead
have
of
to
yourself.
help.
I was just
So
curious.
we were okay day one.
Were we?
I
Because
feel
she
like
gonna act right
let's
from
say
day
gotta
why
one.
we decided to just switch the rooms. It was
so we had
because
to switch rooms.
It was
Okay.
because go ahead, Bree. It was because
you had all of us were splitting everything equally, and then you had some people sleeping on the couch.
Yeah,
and other
we had
people
to,
in their
Oh.
rooms.
so we had
So
to
we had to
over and
rotate
over.
because if
We
we're
had
all
to
paying the
rotate.
same amount,
Yeah.
someone sleeping on the couch shouldn't have to pay the same amount that someone sleeping in the bed.
Listen, when I tell you it was hell on earth, because you had Toya who would get up
At the butt crack of dawn.
and she wore slippers. So this was a trip where you had multi-level crazy. So you had the only children. You had
Nah, bro, you can't put none of that on me.
Hold on,
You can't put none of
you
that
had
on
the
the only
babies,
children.
right? You had the babies, and then you had my single crazy looking self thinking everything was just gonna be fantastic, right? Because I'm just used to dealing with multiple personalities in my life, right? Like I'm used to dealing with so much. I was like, okay, we're gonna be all right. So you had Toya who's getting up early. My cousin was in my ear like, why she up so early? You gonna have a problem. So
You
I'm
know,
telling her, like,
I love
calm down.
Ebony because she just reaches like she just the core of my being.
I said, girl, calm down.
Just to shine
So
through when I'm with
she's
Ebony.
having her issues, but like I said, our beloved friend who has passed on, she was having
Boy problems.
man problems, but it caused her to
Act a fool.
act
it
out.
was
She did.
It caused her to act a fool.
and then of course Bree was trying to protect her because they were roommates through
We
the
were
trip.
roommates, so like
So Bree was like, "Oh, y'all just don't pay her any mind. It's because she's got a lot going on." And we were like, "Shut up,
look,
Bree."
here I am years later, and I'm still like, she had man problems. Okay, I'm still protecting her. Rest in peace. I'm
Brianna,
still protecting
it
her.
don't
I'm
matter.
trying to remember where
Nothing should make you act like that.
So I'm trying to remember where the
I
big
understand.
the big thing happened. It was like
Was
it
when we was
Burger
in that
King,
car
right?
I can
and
slide in.
Alexis-
So we went to Burger King, guys. Okay, we went
Tell
to
it,
Burger
Alex.
King
Tell it.
because we were going to the Paris Hilton Club later on that night
Because we had just finished
because we had went to Universal
We did all of
Studios.
Universal, both sides. We were tired out of our minds.
Yes,
right?
where someone did nothing but eat at Universal Studios.
when was it when she just
So-
sat in the car the whole time?
Hold on, we gonna
That's
get
when we went
there.
out that night.
So we go to Burger King because it was like across the street from our hotel. And everyone's like, hey guys, everybody get something to eat. You know, we gonna go back to the hotel, get ready to go out.
But it was drama with getting out of the van too.
Yes, that's what it was.
So
That's
as
where
I'm
it sparked.
as I'm trying to get out of the white the white
We had a white
pedophile van
minivan.
that we were in.
If you look on my page, you go all the way down, you will see the pictures from Miami. Or Orlando.
You need to be Orlando. Bitch. The Miami pictures are epic too. Remember, I gave you your flash.
As we're getting out of this really suspicious looking van,
this is terrible.
Kristen does not want to let me out. I had to go around the other way just to get out the car to go get something to eat because she wouldn't let me out. Now, mind y'all, I hadn't done nothing to Kristen. I hadn't said nothing to Kristen. Me and Kristen probably hadn't even really had no interaction.
So when you say she didn't want to let you out, she just didn't want to move.
Because
she sat her behind there and did not budge.
I drove. So
drove the white Mini.
I was the biggest, so it's best I set my ass in the front.
Something you should know about me is that normally when I'm not on my best behavior, that right there would have set me off immediately. Because I don't know why you're being petty and you're not letting me out. It wasn't like I said, "Oh girl, move. I'm trying to get something to eat." It was just like, "Hey girl, can I get out?"
She was trying to
and she did not let me out.
So that was straight. That was straight.
So she just ignored you?
Yes. Kevin.
But please let me tell the story once we got back there.
All right.
When we got back there.
So we go back to the hotel. Everybody is jamming. Beyonce is playing.
Hold on. We talked about it in the Burger King. We were like, what is going on with our beloved? What is happening to our beloved?
At that point, I was like, y'all, get your
How
friend.
did you get out? How did you get out?
She had to just throw that thing in the circle and get out the van.
Yeah.
She pushed.
I had to scramble and do a somersault to get out that joint.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all just hold on now.
You got out. Y'all talked about it.
Grown woman.
We did the circle.
Baby likes to hold it together in a way that I'm not sure. And I'm more mild than I'm now than I was then. So I don't even know how I held it together. It must have been because we were on a trip. That must have been that must have been the only thing that held me together because I was a lot more feisty then than I am now.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. I'm back. So okay, it was you because I thought he was first. Okay, so I was a lot more feisty then than I am now. So I'm surprised I didn't kick her out the chair and been like, "I'm coming through."
Kick her. Kick her.
You know what? Ebony might have been my saving grace because Ebony was being so.
Okay, we had a freezing moment. I don't know what happened.
Are we back?
So we get back to the timeshare because we were in a timeshare situation. Alexis is fuming. I feel like everybody was thinking
what was it?
Terribly
Did
wrong.
I spit in your grits? Did I piss in your grits? What was it?
You moving too fast.
Piss in the cornflakes.
The fact that Kevin knows verbatim is so sad. That's how many times
he knows the story. He knows the story. He's gonna act like he doesn't. But
no.
Too fast.
I just know that line. I just know that line.
Let me tell you,
because when I heard it, I was like, but piss and cornflakes are like the same color. I don't understand.
So we're back in the timeshare. I don't know what happened. I had a major freeze. Yes, Patrice.
The cornflakes are the same color. Wait a minute, Kev. Wait a minute.
They're not, but okay.
We in a timeshare. I guess we were listening to Beyonce. We were getting ready to go to Paris Hilton Club. So we was like, oh, we cute. And then Kristen comes up to me in secrecy and says,
because she knew not to say that out loud.
She says, I'm hungry and I want to go to Burger King. And I looked at her and said, wait a minute. We just came from Burger King. And we were talking cash money crap about the rest of the girls at the Burger King. You know this ain't gonna go right. And she was like, I don't care. I'm hungry. I said, why are you putting me in this situation? This is when we needed Uber Eats. This would have been perfect, right?
Perfect.
Because she said, I don't care. Take me back. So me being Erica, now I'm on the phone with my daddy.
Erica was nice because you know what I would have told her to do? Walk your ass across the street. Because you didn't want to eat when we wanted to eat.
So we headed to the Paris Hilton Club.
Because you had ate at the amusement park.
Listen, the dogs are trying to bust in. Hold on. Let me get Tucker. But if Chino come in here, all hell about the Berkeley. So
I'll pick it up. It was horrible. So we get to we all get back into the dangerous looking van.
Mm-hmm.
And we go across the street, and I'm like, "Oh, yo, this must be where the club is." Like, I genuinely didn't know. I didn't know we were going to Burger King. I'm like, this must be where. Yeah, again. I thought I was like, "Oh, yo, this ain't the club. This is Burger King." And I'm sitting in the back, and I'm like, "I know we ain't back here.
Hold on.
I know we ain't back here.
I'm back. I had to let y'all's nephew in.
No, we ain't back at Burger King. We just left."
So listen. So
like
I don't know.
The workers ain't even had time to change shifts. Nothing. So we right back.
We pull up, and Alexis said, I think she just said it, but she said, "Why the hell?" But see, I put Alexis on game. I said, "Alexis, we about to go to Burger King."
I did not know.
Yes, you did. Yes,
no,
you
I
did.
did not. I thought we was at the club.
No.
She didn't receive it. She didn't hear it.
I told Alexis because I knew Alexis was going to be the one. I did because I didn't know. But you said, "Oh hell no," when it happened. So you were just waiting to give your second "oh hell no."
I didn't remember that part.
Because I said, "We going back to Burger King. Just don't."
But
you like, are you serious? I can't believe you were having a moment. So we
when we pulled up, I thought that I don't know if you've ever had a moment where you thought you said something in your mind, but you actually said it out loud.
Mm-hmm. All the
time. When I said, "Oh hell no. Why are we back here?" I thought I was saying that in my good old head.
No, she did. She knew she was saying it out her mouth.
But I said that thing out loud. And I didn't know I said it out loud until she responded. And when she responded, I said, "Well, the gloves are off now."
So they were having back and forth. So I'm on the phone with Daddy. And I'm like, "Hi." I said, "So, Kristen, what would you like?" And she told me what she wanted. And Alexis was back there sharpening them teeth. And I give the order, and all I hear is, "Did somebody piss in your motherfucking cornflakes?" And I was like this. And my daddy said, "Who was that?"
Sorry, Mr. Belton. I didn't know you were on the line.
What was Bree?
Bree, Bree don't say nothing when the buildings are falling. She is like a deer headlights every time.
I'm like, this is not going down. What am I supposed to say? No, she didn't piss in your cornflakes. What am I supposed to say? What the fuck am I supposed to say?
Because don't make me spit out my wine.
But Bree don't know. Bree don't have a knuck if you buck bone in her body.
Yeah. No, she didn't piss in your cornflakes.
Because when I tell you, it was between our beloved and then Toya was getting up every day at 7 o'clock. She was like, "We gotta get up. We go on vacation."
7 o'clock is putting it mildly. She would be up at like 6 a.m. with them slippers sliding across the floor.
This is when we learned that trips were something different. Like it was like everybody's wants and expectations were very
What's happening
different.
with your wig, Patricia? What are you doing?
Oh no!
You didn't say what's happening to your hair.
Her hair.
I know that didn't come from the root.
I said it was a wig earlier.
I know that hair did not come from the root.
I should have just ended the broadcast
to the juggler and said, "What happened? What is going on with your wig?"
With your wig.
No, Lord God. You know that's Patrice's hair. That's not.
No, it ain't. I said it was my wig earlier. I said
that was that head sitting right there. No,
I mean the way you said it.
I can't even drink. I can't.
Patrice,
I'm sorry.
Bro, wait. Oh no, Patrice, what's happening now?
Atmosphere and I didn't understand. Send it back to Amazon. Let it go back to Amazon.
And then you said she got it from Amazon.
I said that last week. I got it from Amazon.
Oh,
Send
okay.
it back. You are within your 30 days. Give it back.
No, Lord. We broke a lot of girl code right there. We don't say it's a wig when it is.
Girl code?
Wig earlier.
Girl code?
We just don't even acknowledge that it was.
You don't
It's
acknowledge
okay.
it even though they have acknowledged it already.
I love it.
Oh,
I'm
because-
sorry if I broke a girl code. I apologize.
Oh, my God.
I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness. You're gonna have to snip this for social media, Patrice. This is
I'm sorry.
this is pretty bad.
Oh, don't do that because have y'all seen the movie Bad Hair on
No.
Hulu?
Yes, I watched it.
That's
Yes,
what you're
I
making.
watched
You're
it.
giving
trying
me
to
Bad
say
Hair vibes with that one. With the
Oh my god.
Oh my
It
That
is
hair was
worse.
very
That hair.
bad.
Did anyone see it?
It was. I saw it. It was very
That
bad.
hair was killing people. That hair was drinking her period blood, y'all. That thing was.
It was
crazy.
very bad. It was
The
very
hell?
bad. But when I say everybody was in that movie, though, everybody was in that movie.
Listen.
Yeah, it was.
So would that
If
be an
anybody
appropriate date number
is,
2 with the blue-eyed bandit to watch Bad Hair? Okay.
You know, we're gonna ask more about Blue Eyed Bandit.
Because he's
But
not gonna
for-
get it. I don't.
Yeah,
Were there
he's
any
not gonna
white people
understand.
in? Were there any white people in the movie? I don't think there were any white people.
Yeah,
in
there
the
was the guy who owned the plantation.
There's a
yeah, that's
plantation
right,
in
that's
the
right.
movie.
Yeah, it's a
Well,
plantation.
guys,
Yeah,
thank you for
It's-
watching. This
It's
is
really
Yeah,
Black
that's-
Bougie Babes.
If anybody knows us, this Facebook Live is probably worth $1 million. That's all I have to say. Because between us talking about School Orlando, which is
You know, if Paris Hilton still has a club, I would advise everybody to check it
baby.
out because we
And-
had
She
the
definitely
time of
does.
our
and then
lives.
and then
She
we went to
definitely
But we
does.
had the time of our lives because of us. It was not because of Paris Hilton's club.
Paris Hilton Club. I think when we went to Paris Hilton Club, I think that's when we were just like, we just really need to let go and enjoy ourselves.
I think it's because she had it was
It
some
was like
type of
12 people there.
alcohol
It was free. It was free drinks for
before-
women. So we were
Girl,
killing the
don't
bar.
tell people. I don't know how many
Oh,
people was
no.
there. All I
It
know
was
is
like
that we was killing
12.
it at the bar.
We killed the bar. But
And
the
we
next
used to
story, we made it back to Greensboro in one piece.
Oh, okay, somebody asked was
Charlotte.
at the end of the story.
No, so the
Now,
kids
now,
this
now I'm like,
cornflake.
Bree, where was
So-
Kevin? Where was Kevin?
Kevin, you
Say
never
it
went with us
again.
on trips like this. Kevin, who knows why you didn't go? Because I'm more than sure you got an invite. Don't even try it. Don't even try it, Kevin.
I didn't
But
know
anyway,
nothing about the trip until
You a damn
afterwards.
lie. We would Kevin, you knew everything. You knew everything. Yes,
Did
you
not.
did. Yes, you did.
The end of the
talking about?
story is that unfortunately I had to come to words with her, and the only thing that stopped me from whipping her ass was the fact that I was in that damn minivan in the back and could not
It
reach.
was a fight. It was a fight in the minivan as we were headed to the Paris Hilton Club. But once
What
we got
day
to
of this
Paris-
is the trip? Is this what day
I
is
This
feel
is
it?
like
like
it was
day
a
one.
Friday. Was it
How
Friday?
was it? It was a day
No,
one.
I feel like it was Friday because the next night, the last night, we went to Universal Studios and we partied at the little clubs down there, and then that's when we went
Oh
to
yeah, we did party at them little clubs. Now them
Yeah.
clubs only had like 5 people a piece in them, and we were probably like
we were
most
the
of
we were the highlight of every club.
Y'all
But-
had a good time. Sound like y'all had a good time.
But it took us coming back to Greensboro for me to sit down and talk to our beloved friend who has passed away.
Yes,
To
she
answer
has.
to her, Tina, she had like a heart situation. I had to tell her, I said, you know you acted a fool. And she said, I know I did. It was me. I shouldn't have done that. It's because I was going through things with this gentleman. And I was like,
Man problems, like I said the whole time.
oh my God. Like you went through all of
She
that with
did
us.
say it from the get
I
go.
said it the whole
Like,
time.
you were having gentleman issues. Like this is crazy. But that's when we learned, my God, my God. But that's
Was
as
that
far
the first group trip situation that y'all had?
It probably was.
I think so.
Outside of one of
Yeah.
our first trips was when we went to when I used to do college week at
Jesus be a
at
man.
what is it, King's Dominion, Busch
King's
Gardens,
Dominion.
one of them things.
You know, I never even went to that. You know
Yes,
what?
you did.
I don't recall. Maybe I
You
did.
did because my stepdad had to drive us to my house
Oh
so
yeah.
I could get my car.
Look, Patrice is in the pit calculating if she was
You're
there.
right.
But Patrice, this is when you was hanging with
She about to say, where
the
was
other
I?
Erica.
She was going to do it. Where was I?
No, because I mean, I crossed like freshman year, so there was a long time I was hanging with like my sorority sisters, and then I was hanging with my roommate, and then I was lost in the sauce with Mullet, so I was MIA for like 4 years.
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
I'm going to a virtual dinner on Wednesday at Dane's.
What is a
Thanks.
virtual dinner? And bring me back a wing.
I've already placed my order. It's for the buff Brahmas.
Oh, so you
So
ordered
wait,
chicken
so
cutlet.
delivered and you just eat with other people?
I have to
like
go
what
pick
is
it up because I don't live within
Okay.
15 miles of the place, but I'm gonna
So
go
you
pick
pick
it.
it up
And
and
then
then
it's a digital award ceremony. So they're paying for the food. I go pick up the food and then it's like
wait,
a
who's
Zoom
paying for the
thing.
food?
My
This
job.
company.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh,
Mhm.
cool.
Yes, we are all Aggies.
No, I'm
Yes.
a Bennett Bell.
Yes, sir, Tina.
Well,
we
yeah, we
are.
do have one Bennett Bell amongst the mix.
So listen, we are going to close out tonight because we do
She is
have
not
an
a Bennett Bell. She's a happy mama.
we do have an appointment with one of our top listeners of
What
the
you
podcast.
call it? A Bennett Beauty? Is that
Bennett
what you
Bell.
said? No.
Yes.
Somebody earlier said a Bennett Beauty.
That was
Kevin.
me.
That might have been
Yeah.
Kevin. He, you know, he
Yeah.
don't talk about us like that.
Yeah.
I talk about all y'all like that.
He
Whatever.
said it's astonishing Aggies.
He said, "You thick broth promises.
Oh my God.
You broth promises."
I call y'all my
broth
black
Brahmin?
bougie broads. Is
No,
what
you
I call
don't.
you.
You do that.
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all
The
something. Y'all
lie.
nephew is around here acting
Promises.
crazy. Tucker is in here
Buff
acting out.
promises.
I say, Zoo behind me.
Say that 3 times fast.
Promises,
Buff
promises.
promises.
I spent
No,
enough
I
time
call
with
y'all the girls. You know.
No, you
Promises.
won't. You know what?
I just call y'all the girls.
Y'all are all
Look,
going.
we're gonna talk about
y'all
Kevin
are
at a
going
later
to
date
hell.
because Kevin treats us different than the people he hangs with in Greensboro.
That's definitely
Ooh.
not true.
Y'all, I don't know
That
nothing
is
about
not
that.
true.
That sounds spicy.
We're
That's
gonna
Tell
have
us
a whole
more.
episode. We're gonna have a whole episode about how Kevin.
This is gonna be Kevin and Erica going back.
This is all made up in her head.
No, it's not.
Yes,
He
it
hangs
It's gonna
with
is.
be Erica and
You know, I
Kevin
can't
going
even
back
say
and
that
forth.
because you shared this on your page. I can't even talk trash right
We
now.
It's
gonna
like,
have.
but
We
I'm
gonna
like,
have
what do you want me to do? You're not here. You are
that
not
episode
here.
is gonna be called "The Battle of."
The friends. No, it was all good until that woman.
What was the name you had for her?
Excuse me.
We're
That
not gonna do
woman
this. We're
said
not
to
gonna do
me,
this.
What is
This
her
woman
nickname?
said to me,
Oh,
I don't
her
even know how
name?
she knew to come in, Tucker. I don't even know why she said to me.
Anna.
She said to me, she said, I can do your job better than you. I said, who the hell are you? We're at this random party at Kevin's house. We didn't even know Kevin has these. What's the Jew who used to own the Playboy?
Hugh Hefner?
He was like the Hugh Hefner of Greensboro at the time. He had everybody at this party. Everybody was there. We're just sitting on the couch like,
Look at Kevin's face. He's so
what
different.
in the damn is
You have
this?
Playboy Bunny. You had
Really?
Greensboro, but were they rabbits?
Really, Erica? No, it was definitely not
Look at
like
Kevin.
that.
Kevin is disgusted with you, Erica. His face is
Sorry,
one of
you had to
disgust.
come hang with us.
Listen, I know what I'm thinking in my
Kevin had
head
a
is
whole party.
But see, what Kevin likes to do and what he won't say on here is he likes to throw a bunch of people from all walks of life in one room. And then he says, and then he fills you up with liquor. And then he says, action.
Like last
what do you call that?
Wait, like last week when we were recording, and I ain't know that young man was who that young man was. And
I
I'm sitting
didn't
there
know that
driving,
you were
trying to
gonna be
Yeah,
on, Patrice. I didn't know. I didn't know that you were gonna be on. If I knew you were on, I would have told you.
No, you wouldn't have.
Yes,
No, you wouldn't
yes,
have.
I
You
would.
wanted- I'm
Yes,
sitting there like,
Y'all are witnessing a family
Patrice.
fight.
We
Right
Yes,
now.
you know I would have told you if you was gonna be on. I didn't know you was gonna be on.
We like to call Kevin Mona Scott Kev because that's what he does.
His new name is Mona Scott Kev, y'all. So in the comments, y'all need to write Mona Scott Kev.
that's gonna be the hashtag. We're gonna clip this clip. We're gonna clip this, and we're gonna start the hashtag.
But
Mona
you know what
Scott
is so funny though, Patrice? You know what's so funny? Is he says the exact same thing about me. He says that I do the same things.
Guess who just popped up? Listen, look at this.
Hey.
How you doing?
We 5 minutes over.
John. John, we about to
Listen.
close out.
Well, look, cheers. Let's do a shot real quick.
John, ready?
Yes.
Oh, Hennessy.
But John, we about to close out this show.
I know.
He said not yet.
Don't get you a sip in while we still on the line.
Yeah,
Look,
Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna have to text Maurice. Let me text Maurice.
All right, John.
I'm about to go re-up.
Lord, let me text
Come on to
Maurice.
re-up.
Maurice, let me know if you still here, because you know we supposed to be recording the whole
Oh
episode.
my god, that was so funny. I don't
John,
want to record with Maurice because he be asking
that.
crazy questions.
So I didn't even get the link right, and so I said, well, I'm gonna lay down and take a nap real quick. And when I woke up, that's when I saw your text, and I was like, oh no.
Now, John, you know we are not at that age when we take quick naps.
Oh,
I
my
definitely
God.
did.
No power nap no more.
Wait a minute. Why did Tina say she thought we were saying monostat Kev?
Oh no,
No, not monostat.
Stars, baby.
no,
Mona
not
Scott.
Mona, not Monostat, Kev. Oh my god,
So get that shit.
that is
No, I'm
something
not.
different
I'm not
altogether.
monostat Kev. They what they say is I'm Mona Scott Kev. That's not true.
Kevin, I swear I'm gonna start calling you
Yes, Mona
Monostat,
Scott.
Kev.
Monostat kid.
But you're right, Alexis. I do like to get them in
Okay,
the
Maurice, I was
area and
about
see
to
what's
text
gonna
you.
happen.
Just hold tight, baby.
Yes, you
We
do.
still
You like to get all people all in one room and you say action.
That's what I was when I'm driving. I'm
But
driving
y'all are
down
not
95.
explaining.
Like,
Y'all aren't explaining what happened. See, our listeners don't know. First of all, I'm gonna just sew it up. Basically, we have an episode with a gentleman who did try to holler at Patrice when we were in undergrad, and Patrice did not. I'm
That
assuming
was during undergrad. That was during undergrad.
and Kevin did not. Kevin did not. And so Patrice,
I did
ain't
not
tell
know
Patrice.
Patrice was gonna be on. Had I known she was gonna be
Patrice
on,
said
I would have been
not
like,
said
look.
anything that she
Patrice
would not be
wasn't
either.
on. We're actually recording episodes right now to cover a certain amount of time during the holidays because we are not going to record. I'm assuming we are still going to see you all via Facebook Lives because clearly this is a whole thing.
I
But
love it.
we'll be able to run these episodes. So we recorded an episode.
Well, he was
Like,
on here
we have
tonight,
another
right? He
You
was
said
on here
what?
tonight, right?
Who was on here tonight?
Ant was on here tonight, right? Anthony was on here
Oh,
tonight.
he was.
You
I
what?
might say
I
something in the
can't see.
comments.
My comments are all delayed.
I don't know, but one of the dudes, we do have an episode coming up where there's a gentleman who is very much in love with the plus size woman. It's just that we look at John. But we gonna try to sew it up because we do have another appointment. But John, your episode was absolutely amazing with us.
It was.
I
It
mean,
was
It
something.
is.
Like when I was going back to get little clips, I was like, I'm just gonna keep listening.
it was a very beautiful episode. It was
It was.
so
I had people tearing
inspiring.
up. People text me and DM me and was like, "We were in tears. We had no idea. It's like I know you, but I didn't really know you." So it was cool. It was amazing.
It was really good. You gotta tell them to let us know what they thought about the episode. They can record themselves saying how they felt about the episode, what they learned about you, whatever any
That'd be
feedback
dope.
they have. Let us know. We'll definitely repost it on our social media.
Yes, I definitely will do that.
So
Thanks
one of the
thanks for sharing with us, John.
yes,
No,
it was.
of course.
It's inspiring.
You guys made me feel very comfortable and very open and just let it all out. Yeah.
Good.
It was really good.
It was.
And Patrice, I'm mad. I didn't see you on the interview with me.
Good.
You did, right? You did,
Good.
right?
I was trying to look. I wanted to be there, but I had to come back. I had to drive back to Mass. So I
And you know,
couldn't.
and look, and you know, we go way back since
I
freshman year.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
I
mad
don't
you are
know.
just joining. I am so
I
mad.
know.
We
I'm
went-
sorry.
We're gonna have you
John,
back
you gonna have
on,
to come
John.
back.
We're gonna have to have you back
Have
on.
you back.
You know, you're gonna give us like your post honeymoon like review of like life and everything, and I'm gonna
Oh,
be right
yes.
there ready because you're gonna inspire and give me life from all of it.
But Patrice,
I
you are
might
doing
look do a
all
little
right.
show from the honeymoon while we in the Maldives.
All right.
You
Yeah.
going to the Maldives for your honeymoon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maldives and Dubai.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Like I need to get my
The
stuff.
flight is cheaper. The flight is cheaper if you link Dubai and Maldives because it's only like $2,000. So it's
Mhm.
it's like 900 if you link them together.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Nice.
But
So
y'all actually travel a lot. It was somewhere that y'all travel. I can't remember where it was, but I think you told me because I said, "Oh my gosh, this house is so dope." But it was like y'all had a bug problem, a rodent problem.
we were in Bali. It was
Bali.
it was in
That
Bali.
house was
Oh, you can tell us
Everything.
isn't that where you trying to go? You had to put us
Oh,
on, John.
dirt cheap. I mean, it was fab. It was. I mean, we did a lot. It felt like we were there
But
for
we'll
like 2 weeks.
look, we'll talk. We'll
we'll
talk.
have to
It
talk.
does.
That was supposed to be my 35th, and
Now y'all know we ain't knew
Corona.
nothing about this trip, did y'all?
Because
I knew.
Corona hit in March.
I knew.
It did. March 14th to be in fact.
Oh,
Yeah.
To
have
be
another day.
exact.
Yeah, that's right. You better tell them.
So, and Maurice said it was very beautiful. Thank you, Maurice, for hanging on here because Maurice is actually
Yes,
who
it was a
who
beautiful
we're
episode.
on a whole episode with after this. But John, your episode was amazing. And it took me listening to the episode again to realize that you said your fiance was 40 years old. So, what can you say? Because somebody else is dating someone right now who's 40 years old on this
Don't do
podcast.
that. Don't do that.
What do you mean?
That's a strong term for it. That's a
40 years old. What
Right,
y'all
dating. I
y'all
feel like
communicated?
dating
say
is a
dating. I
strong
just
term.
met
You met someone that
Y'all
you
went on
She
a
introduced.
whole
literally just met
Just
the
met-
man.
But
just
y'all
met-
went on
Just
a
an
whole date.
interview.
we
But
walked.
she
my
went on a
dog.
date and he told her, he didn't ask her. See, this is when you're dealing with a grown man. He said, he didn't ask you, would you like to go on date 2? He told you y'all was going on date 2. Hello?
I want to
They know
argue,
what
but I
they
can't. Go
want.
ahead, John.
They know what they want. They know what they want. That's
Did
for
your
sure.
40-year-old know what he want to? He just was like, let's this. Okay, come on, John.
He knew what he wanted. He came after me, and I was like, okay. I
How
was
does
here
that
for it.
feel? Because I
And it's
could
not
see
that
you
bad.
being somebody who knows how to drive the boat. So how did that feel being,
It makes you feel good because somebody who's like that, I don't need to have to, lead too much into the relationship. So he's good. I mean, it's so crazy. Like, it kind of makes you very shocked. You be like, what? Like, what you like? What's going on? What you mean? I mean, but the difference isn't too bad because we're 35 and 40. That's a
Exactly.
5-year difference. It's not that bad. We like the same music. We like the same things. I mean, because I've dated older. I've dated like 52, 55.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my
He's a-
God.
Now, how was
Yeah.
that?
I'm gonna say you gotta talk about
Yeah,
that.
how was
That's a whole
that?
generation.
That's a whole
It
nother
was-
episode right there.
Yeah. It
The
was
older,
different.
the older people.
It's different. It's
Geriatric.
different.
When you're climbing Jacob's ladder.
Boy, Jamie,
Wait a minute, you never call them geriatric though. At
They're
52.
not geriatric.
Right?
I went on a date with a 45-year-old and
Atlanta.
I remember, and I was 30. I may have been just 34. And I'm
Not
not
a big age gap,
40,
though.
45 is not old. 45,
No.
50 is not even old. But in regards to
You
dating,
said what? I
But
can
in re-
imagine
but
dating
in re-
someone at 50.
well,
It's
but
I'm not
in-
gonna date
relative.
someone that's
You know.
in regards to dating, we're talking about something different, And
you are
he
hop,
was-
skipping a jump from retirement.
he was talking to me it was to the point where I said, listen, you remind me of my dad, because he wasn't talking to me like, well, tell me these things. He was preaching to me. He was telling me how things should be. And I was just like, I can't even be funny with you right now. I gotta be honest and say that you smell like moth balls. And you
Come on, grandma's closet.
Good night, y'all. It's been real.
he was smelling like moth balls.
Multi-balls.
And I was like, I'm so, no, Tina, you good.
So John, what was your
Tina, you good.
experience with
Tina,
the
you are a
52,
young flying
52,
baby.
whatever?
You know this.
What was your
Well,
experience with that?
It was just they didn't they kept trying to figure out why I was like so into them, and they didn't know. I mean, I didn't have a problem with the age. He also had a problem with his age. I don't think he could like get past that, so that was the issue that we had. And so we never took it nowhere because it was like he felt like I was going to find somebody younger, but I was like, that's not what I'm interested in. So but they just couldn't. He just could not connect the dots. He was just like, "You too young for this. Like, you should be out with somebody younger than me." I'm like, "Why are you worried about that? I'm not talking about your age. You're talking about your age." But Jason,
Right.
it's not like that at all. Like, he didn't care. He saw me. He went after me and kept pursuing me. Everybody else that I was seeing was, dating any type of way, just dropped to the wayside because he literally was like on it. I mean, he knows how to take you out on dates. You don't have to worry about the games. He knew what he wanted. Marriage was in the conversation. We talked about kids. When you deal with somebody older than you and you're like 35 and they're like in their 40s, they're done running the streets. They're done with that. So it's like, it was perfect for me. And it wasn't too old. We didn't have like a large gap. They wasn't trying to school me, like Erica was saying. He wasn't trying to do that. He wasn't trying to tell me I don't know anything and I'm too young. I'm a baby. He didn't use those terms with me. It's almost like we're the same age, and he damn sure don't look 40.
He don't at all.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Like you said 40 on the podcast. I was like 40, but
yeah, I was sitting there like 40.
Yeah, I'm coming to grips that 40 is around the corner.
It's around the corner.
Right around the corner. Okay.
You said what?
It's
You
right
see how-
around the
you see
corner.
how-
And it's
Oh, I
not
thought you were
cute.
saying like another age was around the corner, like 50, and that's not happening just yet. That's a decade. And some
I'm
change.
But how old do you feel though, Bree? How old do you feel?
I feel geriatric. No, I feel.
Bree don't do much.
Because back to what Erica said, I feel like I'm 25. People at my job still think I'm 25. So
Now I do get that.
I will say, yeah, I do get that.
Yeah, I get
too.
that. I look young. Yeah, at my job, I have some new coworkers, and I have a guy that actually just graduated from A&T. He's like, I don't remember seeing you on campus. I was like, nigga, because I graduated years ago.
yeah, years ago.
She said, not all of them. Some dudes my age still running the streets. So happy birthday to Tina. She just turned 50 and she's a breast
Happy
cancer.
birthday.
So love to her. That's one of my stories.
That's true.
That's real
And
though. There's
she
a lot that are
said-
like. I'm gonna say there's a lot that are like post divorce that are just like, I don't want to go through that again. Like I just want to, do whatever.
Well,
like
a lot of things are circumstantial, and you can't bag everybody into one category.
Yeah,
So I think when they make it was not a blanket statement for everybody who's 50 and above is mature and not in the streets, but we will say the majority of them are that way.
Because some of them have been married before and they don't want to go down that road. But for those who haven't been married and have been single like almost all their life, it's kind of like you're tired. But some of them are going through that midlife crisis.
Lord
you
Jesus.
hope you don't run
They
into
said, "I'm not young, but I'm ready."
Lily said she's divorced. Lily, we might have to bring you up. I'm going to inbox you to talk to you because Lily is technically you're in your early 30s, right? What so that is
she's like a year younger than us.
Yeah. So we'll have to bring you in, because you would be that group. I think people started having divorces when we were.
There's a lot of people that are divorced now.
Yeah, when we
some
were
of them divorced, they got married right after college and they divorced real quick. I was like,
yeah, some of them did do that.
Oh, baby, look, dating, we ain't even divorced and we out here trying to date. And baby, listen, I ain't nobody's divorcee, but I'm looking at them like, wow.
But it is hard to date right now. I would hate to be in a dating pool right now. It's just.
Thanks, Don. We appreciate your
support. I know. I'm just so glad to be out of it.
It is not. You know what? I feel like my issue is, I'm trying to do the thing like Patrice and do the dating app. So we're gonna pray about that. But I feel like I'm having an issue with people who are afraid to make the move with me. Like they'll communicate with me, but they don't know how to make the move. So
the move for what?
Like to come at me kind of correct, like to say, hey, I want to talk to you like that, or hey, I would like to date you. They're kind of like testing the waters. They're on the brim. They're kind of like, hey, how you doing? Like every day, hey, how's your day? And I'm like, so what you trying to do?
I know.
What we
I
doing?
want them to come correct.
But would you go after you make the first move?
I'm tired of making the first move, John.
Oh.
I'm exhausted.
I know that's right. But you can't give up now. You can't give up.
You can't.
You can't.
I want to say she hits them with the "what you gonna do," and they be like Jackie Joyner out here,
I feel like
at the pavement.
I feel like you need to ask a man straight up what is his intentions, because you in your mind can know what you want with that person, but it can be totally different for him. Like he's like probably like, hey, I'm cool with just us talking, or we'll see where this goes. I think it's healthy to have that conversation.
You got to, because at our age, I mean, you got to know what you want. Do you want a future with somebody? Are you trying to live this single life all your whole life, or marriage, kids? Those are the type of conversations that should be being had. Like, people shouldn't be afraid to have that. If they're uncomfortable, they're not ready. Period. Yeah.
Baby, you ain't got to tell me twice, because when they start fumbling and don't know what they want, it's okay. I give them the satisfaction of knowing it's okay.
Yeah.
But just know, I'm not going to be here like that, baby.
No.
And then they get mad because they want you to be stuck in that little box. They want you to be in that one little space where they're so comfortable with having you. But no, baby, this is time. Time is money. I got to go.
And we ain't got time for 2-3 years playing around trying to figure it out. We ain't got time for that.
I don't know.
John, you should have came on early so we could have ironed this out. We could have had me and you would have been on here. Hallelujah.
But it also can't just be like you saying this. It has to be the action behind it too. Because people all day will say, "Oh, I want this and the third."
I was about to say, you prepare yourself to get lied to and get the script that they have already manufactured in their head.
We done stomped on a toe, baby. We done
honey. Because I mean,
that's real.
It's like you're saying these things, but
come on, Patrice.
I don't
know. With the action behind it,
right? Like you say this, but
because you can't assume people have the best intentions for you, because as women, we could just dive off the deep end sometimes. Like we'll be like, oh my gosh, I can see myself with him. And then when you start to negotiate with yourself about these actions and what you hear,
yeah.
But
you got to be willing to give people a try. That's the key.
Oh, I give them a try, but then I be out.
You give them a try and then they tried it.
She gives them a week and then they'll be like, where my ring at? What's your intentions with me? Let's get it popping now.
Okay, after a week. You can't do it after a week.
No, I'm joking. That was an extreme exaggeration.
She's trying to talk about me. I don't care. Because let me tell you something.
Patrice, Eric could be 2 days in.
Yeah, Erica, you got.
Where are we going?
No, I give him a chance. But I'm literally at the point where I'm like,
she know what she wants.
Come on now, what you trying to do? Because people will waste your time.
Hi, my name is Erica. Where are we going with this?
I mean, I'm cool because I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of guy friends that I'm cool with because I had to shift them into the friend zone. They didn't like it, but it's because they didn't know what they want. They didn't know how to maneuver that. And
would you ever give them a chance again?
No,
you can't do that.
John, I have done do-overs, and every time I feel like, why?
Yeah.
Because they still don't know what they're doing. But that's me. I have to get to know people to know that some people they don't know how to deal with certain things. They're scared of certain things too. So especially if you're dealing with, you know what? I'm not gonna even go there.
Yeah, scared of commitment, scared of the future.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm about to read somebody and I don't even know if they're in this room.
They might be, because they like to stalk you a little bit. See you doing good, and then they want to attack. Hey, big head.
Wait, Maury said, Erica, have you ever have guys who knew each other try to holler at the same time? I don't know.
Maurice, what is this world that you live in? What is this alternate universe?
We better find out.
I bring you up too, because Brandon said the what are we doing conversation is the worst. I feel like the what are we doing conversation is when somebody got to talk. Like, we need to talk, because at 35 and we've been talking for a minute.
Erica, you was having this conversation at 21.
Look. But at one point I just kind of let it go. But see, men. Okay, let's go there. We're gonna hit there real
You
quick.
have to not
agree.
be intimidated by that conversation because when somebody asks me, "What are we doing?" I'm instantly saying, "Not this."
But see, but that's what I feel like.
That part.
I feel like if you have to
That
ask
part.
that question, you kind of
You already know the
because-
You
answer.
already know,
Because
yeah.
if it's
You
on
already
point,
know the
you don't have
answer.
to ask. I feel like when you're
Yeah.
asking that question, you're just trying to get
You
that
already know.
verification that you need to check them deuces.
From a place of a stump toe. I'm telling y'all.
That's
But-
real true though, because I mean, you got to at our age, we're not talking. I mean, it's not like we're 22, 23. We're not having those type of conversations. But at our age, we gotta have that. Like, you gotta know
But
if you
see,
want kids
Erica
or
was
not.
at 19
No,
asking people.
at 19, I was legit. Like 20, at 19, I mean, I knew I wanted to get married and stuff, but at 19, A&T helped me realize that men were not ready for that type of
At
stuff.
19, Erica was like, "So how do you feel about the damn Crayola?"
Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute now. Let's go back to Maurice's. Let's go back to Maurice's original question about getting married straight out of college. Do any of y'all feel like you were ready to get married?
No.
I think
I would have been okay. I feel like I would have been okay.
I mean, partner aside, because I know Bree said the partner that she was dealing with just was not going to be conducive for that happening. But partner aside, do you feel like you mentally were ready to
Baby,
get
I will
married?
say
to that?
not
this.
ready for that.
I think in that moment in time, I definitely did. I thought that I was ready. I thought that I could have handled that. Now being married is a whole nother ball game,
But I
baby.
think
Yeah.
And I don't think I had the maturity.
I think
to-
because
No.
what the messed up part that we are in being 30s is that we have really become accustomed to what we like. We
Mhm.
know what life looks like. It's comfortable. Like we like things a certain way versus when you're in your early 20s, you're super flexible. When you're in 20, you're
Mhm.
kind of flexible, but when
You
you get
speak
to
for
your 30s,
thyself.
in 20s, you're a little flexible.
I
Because
won't flexible then either.
but I mean, you
Me
would have been
neither.
you would have been more flexible coming out of college. Well, see, that's when you start talking about the only children stuff. Because when you coming out of college,
Here we go.
you kind of gotta you know how it feels to share to a certain extent. But when you go get into your 30s, you start to become set in your ways. You
Yep.
want things a certain way, and then it's like, dang, but I really love this person, so let me compromise and just give and take. But if you're dating someone and you realize they can't even compromise with conversation, with understanding who they are, what they want to do, that's when you just go ahead and shut that down. Mhm.
I could not have gotten married in my late teens, early 20s. I couldn't have done it because I'm a totally different person than I was. We would be divorced. We would have been broke that thing
Yeah.
up.
How you know?
Because I'm just. It would have taken like
I think I was enough.
Like
I
I'm
just
like
would've-
I'm almost a totally different person. Not just left. I'm almost a totally different person than I was then.
like
It's true.
fuck this
I have,
shit. I'm
I
out.
have done
Wait a
like
minute, y'all. Let's take
a
a
huge
screenshot of
shift.
what Maurice said because I'm gonna have to.
No,
ask-
I'm not answering no more Maurice questions.
I'm screenshotting what Maurice said. I'm gonna ask him about this tonight. We're gonna be recording.
So,
until
like
12.
I was saying,
Talk out with
I'm
him.
almost a whole nother person than I was then, and I don't know if a relationship could have survived it.
Time out more.
See,
That's
I'm
what
not.
we
I
got
don't even know
here.
what Maurice said,
Damn,
but I'm
we love
not.
that.
I'm not doing
screenshot-
it.
You see what he's saying, John?
Because Maurice be asking crazy
Let me
questions.
bring it.
Oh.
Hopefully, it don't kick Kevin off.
Never in the history of niggerdom would I ever.
Oh, let me get ready for the point scared attack. Let me get ready.
Whatever it was, it got Brie alive.
Maurice said,
Mhm.
I have hollered at two friends at the same time, and
Yo,
they were competing to see who would get all of me.
Maurice has lived a life that I don't know nothing about.
But you know what?
Right.
Some of these, okay. Anyway.
Maurice, were they Bennett Bells?
Uh,
Good night, everyone.
That's a whole nother situation right there.
We talked about that tonight, John.
Yeah.
I'm here all week.
John, you are
Girl, no, you're not.
We
We
talked
talked
about
about
this tonight.
They'll be at the door.
Real
Excuse
quick
me.
on the Bennett Bells. Oh my
I
god.
mean, it sounds like Bennett Bell behavior to me.
No disrespect, the thirst was so real back in the day.
See,
That's why I
John know.
Look,
John
that's why I
know.
almost got in a fight with them because they was up in my dorm and I was trying to look out for the young gentlemen in my hallway because I was like, they doing some things that's weird and I don't know if you should be doing that.
My
And then
God,
they tried to fight me.
Let me tell you something, Maurice.
them bells is gonna come for us, y'all.
I don't care whether it's baby
I
Lex
mean-
or grown Lex. I am not competing
I'm not competing
with
with
anybody for your time because that means it
Listen.
ain't worth my time.
Look at this. This don't make no sense.
What do you think about
Brandon. Okay,
dating multiple
Brandon.
people
All right,
at the
What
same
you
Brandon.
say?
time?
What you say, John?
What do you feel about dating multiple people at the same time?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's
Oh,
no problem with
well,
that.
yeah, we're at that. I feel like I'm at that point where I
I've
have
been
to
at that
do
point.
that.
There's no issue with dating people at the same time, but I'm not about to compete with one of my friends.
Nah,
Oh,
no.
yeah.
With what's
You gotta
one
take
person.
the L. If you gotta take the L, it's like, okay, cool. My friend talked to that person. Okay, cool.
Yeah. It's
I
like,
gotta
all
back
right,
up.
I'm gonna back
Okay.
up.
So
Brandon, what are you doing?
here goes Tina. I got married at 22.
Okay.
But at least you gave it a chance. And Tina, you are a warrior. You are a survivor. So, and you still are young enough to be. You are fly and flashy. I don't think you're gonna have any issues dating out here.
It's just I couldn't even imagine being married at 22.
Y'all.
I thought I could.
we got
I
a
really
Wow.
did think I could.
Well, y'all know my philosophy on marriage, so there's that.
But did you have that philosophy at that age?
Yep.
Oh.
Y'all don't listen. Let me tell you something. Don't listen to Alexis. Do not listen to.
I
Do
don't
not
listen to
listen.
me.
Do not listen to Alexis.
Don't
Do
listen to me
not.
then.
Because Alexis has a blessing coming, and I'm ready for it.
And
Okay.
Patrice, you do too. Listen, and I have a feeling that you're gonna meet yours on the road. Traveling the world, I feel like you're gonna meet yours on the
Hold on.
plane.
She don't fly nowhere.
Price or Erica
Oh, let me
Patrice?
tell
I
you
mean,
something.
Erica, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
sorry,
thank you.
Erica.
Because I was like, wait a minute, Price don't even fly no planes. Hold
Let
up
me,
now.
let me tell you something though. Let me tell you something. So the young gentleman I met tonight, guess what he don't do? He don't fly.
Well,
Well, you know,
dang, y'all
nowadays,
might as well
like,
get married then
That
because
wedding
who
is gonna
don't
be
fly?
in Boston,
So
Massachusetts.
Patrice,
Okay.
I can't invite you to my wedding because you will have to get on the plane.
Oh,
Say
I
it again. She blocking her blessings.
Yeah,
I'm
after your
trying.
blessings, girl, you might just
I
met
said I was
somebody
gonna
at the
do it this
wedding.
year. I said I was gonna
Patrice,
do it this
you've
year. I
been
got my
trying since
passport
like
and everything.
2003
Oh my
to
gosh.
fly.
Maurice said he is on the white Hennessy. That means our episode tonight is about to be.
No, I don't
can't
think I'm
hear
going to take part in this episode.
I think listen, everybody is on some type of Hennessy. You know what? The way I feel, and I know this might not be right. John, we might have to bring you in on this episode. I feel like this episode is about to be one for the books. I'm sorry. I think this episode is about to be a mess, but Brianna is falling asleep. Kevin is like over there barely making it. Alexis says she's not gonna do it. Let me tell you something about Alexis right here, right now. Alexis will say,
Let me tell you something about Alexis.
yes, I
These
am
days,
not
when
gonna
she
do
say
this.
she's not going to do
She
something,
said
she's not
she's
going
not
to do
gonna
it.
do it.
Now, I'm just joking about this one.
Look,
But
Alexis will be like this out of the blue. So I thought about it.
I think I've proven on what was it that episode where I said I wasn't gonna do that. I won't dare.
There are some things she won't do, but Alexis will come out of nowhere and be like,
I did it.
Not anymore. When I tell you I ain't gonna do something, I'm
I'm
for
just
real
thinking
not gonna
about
do
it.
it.
I did it. I was thinking about it, but I did it. But Tina, we know you. Sorry, Tina. First of all, like I said, she is a breast cancer survivor. She is. Let me get her up here. She was on The Biggest Loser. That's when she found out she had breast cancer.
Oh my goodness.
Has gone through it. She found out when she was 34 years old. I hope I'm telling you a story right. Sorry, Tina.
Wait, she was the one. She found out she had 3 different ones, right?
She had 3 different ones in one breast.
Wow.
4 years old. Yes, ma'am. And if you talk to her, you know what, Tina, we gonna put you up here. Don't you worry. She is a breath of fresh air.
Well, that's wonderful.
She is a breath of fresh air. And if you watched on my personal page when we talked about breast cancer awareness, she was there, and she does not look like she's been through. I will definitely say that she has I ain't even put it. I know you know what? I love you, Sortina. That's all I'm gonna say. Boom. That's all we're gonna say because we're gonna be on here toe down.
Wait, Summer had a question. She said, "How do you keep up with each person? Get everything in text message so that you can refer back." So that's how I keep them, so I don't get confused.
Lord, today
I need references and ask specific questions so that you can always, if
We
they
gonna-
got kids,
We're gonna bring Lily in. We're gonna bring her in so we
I'm
can
just
have
saying.
an intervention. So John, you just because Maurice said let's keep John, so he wants you on his episode. Look at John. this is
Part
about
two.
this is about to be a hot mess. Sortina, we gonna talk, girl, because
I got tips for you, boo. If you want to talk about dating multiple people, I'll let you know.
and Lily, we gonna bring you in the house too because you, girl, we gotta catch up anyway. But listen, this has been a night. Look at John.
yes, with the hen dog.
This episode that we about to record after this, I don't even know. This was gonna be called "Shoot from the Hip." Okay, so we are gonna extend our night because we do have an episode to do, and it's 11:36. It's not too late, but Lily, we got you, babe. I will be in contact with you. Brandon, we're gonna pray for you because you've been off the chain in these comments. We're gonna talk to you because you have become one of our faithful people that's came to the live. So we appreciate you. Let me show y'all what Tina just said.
Hey Lily, how you doing, girl? I just saw your
Go,
comment
Tina.
pop up.
Tina said, "I date multiple people." Sorry, Tina.
Tina, I think that's the way to go, you know? Why not?
Wait a minute. She said 24, 40, 45.
50-50.
All right.
50-50.
I know that's right.
Wait a minute. Is that the age of all of them?
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
That thing sound like a lotto number.
You got
Heck
the
yeah.
daddy and the son. You 50 and 29. You got
It
the
does.
daddy, the uncle, and
It
the son.
I'm telling y'all.
Actually, put that back up. I'll have to play those numbers.
Tina is,
For real.
Right.
she is a
Tina-
firecracker. I love her.
Tina, you know, I want to be like you when I grow up, girl.
Listen,
'Cause that sound like a lifestyle right there.
when we
I don't know
bring
if I
her
can do that
on,
many though.
everybody got to stretch first because she gonna be ready, okay? And she living in Atlanta right now. She is just
You can pull that off in Atlanta.
This is so
Listen,
funny, but this is so random. But it sounded like it was an episode of Will and Grace, where Grace was dating the daddy, the son, and the grandpa. Like she was dating all three.
I
She
remember.
said, "Don't."
I remember that episode.
I am the beautiful age of 50, but I will date your son, your uncle, and your granddaddy.
Hello,
Pop. Okay.
don't discriminate, man.
Okay. We are not mad at you, boo.
I like it.
At all.
You are giving us hope, but I will be also talking to Tina because she's one of my sorors and the business and professional woman sorority of Iota Phi Lambda
You
Sorority.
be trying to say them things so fast.
It's because I got so many things going on. But anywho, so we gonna talk. We're gonna make it happen. But
I like that.
We have a whole nother episode to go.
I need you to teach
But-
me how to get these lottery numbers. I don't know if I can do 50 though, but I need you to
Alexis,
teach me how to
I
get these
really
numbers.
do think you could, because I know somebody that's
I
really
can't
close
do
to us
50.
who
I
is
can't
dating
do
somebody
50.
at 50 and she's having the time of her life.
I can't do 50. I don't know.
Especially when they in shape, got a stamina and they're thinking of, I think when you date older, they think of you versus when we talk about people around our age, we have to think for them. Ooh,
I don't got to think for nobody. Wait a minute.
ooh, Jesus. Listen,
I
that's
don't know if I can do 50, but
that's all another
hey,
thing.
God damn.
know,
Listen, I thank y'all for joining us tonight. John, once I end this, you'll still be here with us, and I'll have to send you the link for what we're about to do. Because clearly, John probably got a lot to say.
yeah.
I do. I'm so sorry I missed it. The first part of
Now,
it.
John, if you drinking Henny, I will switch to Henny now. And we can have fun.
This episode is about to be a disaster.
Because Maurice done live. He like
Hold
a
on,
king.
real
He
quick.
done live like 9 lives.
Lily, you said
He said
you
like
date
9
someone
lives.
with a disability.
I say what now?
Lily said, "Would you date someone with a disability?"
Oh Lord. And thank you guys for joining us
John.
tonight. This is Black Bougie Broad. This is not our podcast. But this is
last night.
yes.
No, we're talking about his eye.
This is the Facebook Live portion. Y'all, we gotta go.
I
Good
think it
night.
depends on the type, though. I do think it depends on the type.
The type of disability?
Like, if somebody's deaf, like, I don't think that's an issue.
Oh, Jesus.
Again.
Ooh, so
Hey guys, good night.
We're gonna do y'all a good one and close.
You know,
close
Lily,
out
you
tonight.
over there acting like Maurice now.
Maybe that was a genuine question.
So, like, okay, you've been listening to Black Bougie.
You know, Maurice be like, well, have y'all ever dated your cousin, brother, son at the same time? You be like, what?
I haven't listened. Good night, Sartina. Good night, Lily.
Good
Not
night,
date the first
Tina.
It will
Thank
be-
you.
You can catch us on here every Friday night. This is the rewind. This is not even the podcast. This is not what we actually push out every week. Every Wednesday, we release an episode on all podcast platforms. Go on there, subscribe, download the episodes. Like I said, John just had an episode that we dropped.
I really
It was truly
it was so good.
beautiful.
Like I almost listened to the whole thing, John.
It's enough to make you just be like, you know, you never know what God may bless you with.
Yeah.
So listen to episode 17. That is with John.
Don't give up on love. That's the moral of the story.
I feel like Erica is gonna have all her men listen to it. Hey, you listen to this episode and act accordingly.
I'm gonna have to mute you right now because you just said something that was absolutely terrible. You need to be muted.
29, 49, 50, 50.
Well, thank you guys and good night.
Oh, this is terrible. But make sure you listen to this home.
What did I say? I don't even know what I said.
I'm gonna have to tell you when we get off.
You've been coming all night.
Maurice.
Like bing, 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 bing.
In the
bing.
next 5 minutes, transition over to Zoom, the link I sent you. All right, guys, we love you all in the comments.
I don't know what I said.
This how I know you need to drink water for the rest of the night. And what?
I don't know what I said.
At least you didn't get muted. Last time she actually muted me, Alexis, and I was on her side.
Mute her the next
I don't even know what I said. I know what I said.
Alexis gonna say, yeah, and all Erica's.
What's that? What is it?
That's you talking. T-merch. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Good night.
My
Y'all,
bad.
Brianna about to go to bed. She said, you bitches, y'all went to
I don't know what
We're
I
supposed to be
said.
wrapping up episode
bye-bye.
after episode right now.
y'all. We love y'all. Good
Bye
night.
bye.
Not just
Y'all
Brianna.
next Friday, but make sure you catch us on all podcast platforms on Wednesday.
No, Kevin, you need to come on through for the next one, Kevin.
Oh,
They forgot I got to work tomorrow. Like, and I just got finished working just now.
Bye, y'all.